Imagine buying Cyberpunk 2077. The entire situation is so incredibly sad. But you don't care. You never have and you never will. And that's because you were too busy going, well.
World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael. It's over! How does it feel, CD Projekt Red fanboys, to be a part of the Losers Club? It must be so incredibly sad. You know, I tried to tell you CD Projekt Red fanboys for weeks that the cracks are indeed starting to show, but you didn't want to listen. Oh no. And that's because you were too busy going, too busy playing hide and seek, too busy playing stupid, silly crap like that at the end of the day is going to get you simpletons nowhere. I'm a world-class veteran video game critic, and I'm here today as someone who has Cyberpunk 2077 early, as you can quite clearly see for the PlayStation 4.
Coding
Do not
Margarita
buy
donated $2
Cyberpunk
through Super Chat.
2077.
I got something unbelievably amazing to show you.
Oh, I'm sure you do, Margarita. I'm sure you do. What, did you buy Cyberpunk early, too? I mean, come on. So incredibly sad. Margarita, thank you, Skylar. Once again, for putting some cheer. We do appreciate you. We have a lot to discuss today. We have some new findings. We have some new revelations here in regards to the Cyberpunk 2077 saga, okay? And I will tell you, well, we're going to start off with some facts. There's a lot of confusion about day one patch. There's a lot of confusion about what's going to be fixed, what's not going to be fixed. And I'm going to break it down with nothing but fact here, okay? So, strap your seatbelts on because we are going to be in for one hell of a bumpy ride. I man, when the volcano erupts in just a few days, don't say I didn't warn you. You know what I mean? People are going to come out of the woodwork and put together compilation videos in terms of how buggy, broken, unfinished this game is. It is that bad. Okay? There's a lot of reliance on this magical day one patch that is going to seemingly fix everything. Do people not understand how game development works? How much time do they spend on this game? Multiple delays. How much time do they spend on this game? Literally years, okay? What makes you think a 1 month day one patch is going to magically fix everything that is wrong with this game? It is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. It is spaghetti code. You fix one thing, you break another. That's how it works, okay? Now, let's clear up some confusion, because I know there's a lot of confusion about Cyberpunk 2077 right now, okay? The game isn't officially out, although it's coming very soon. Look, I wrote it down because I need to get you guys on the right track, okay? There's a lot of confusion about Cyberpunk 2077 in regards to the patches and what's available and what's not. So this is the breakdown right here. On Cyberpunk 2077 PlayStation 4, okay? This game right here, Cyberpunk 2077 PlayStation 4, version 1.00. What is mastered on this disc is 6392 gigabytes, okay? What is on this disc inside this, plastic case right here is version 1.0, mastered on this disc. It is 63 gigabytes. 63.92 gigabytes. 63.92 gigabytes on this disc. Now, they have come out with an update, okay? There's a lot of confusion about that. There is an update. This update, version 1.01, is 0.92 gigabytes. Version 1.01 is 46.092 gigabytes. This is the update. And this update, version 1.01, blocks the game from being completed. Okay? I assume that's the day one patch that they rolled out in disguise to block this game from being completed to help prevent the leakage of spoilers. But if you roll the game back to 1.00, what is mastered on this disc, you can complete the game. But version 1.01, the update that is currently available for not only PlayStation 4 but Xbox One as well, and it totals in at 46.092 gigabytes, blocks the game from being completed. This is a deliberate, more than likely design choice, okay? It's not a bug. I don't think it's a bug. I absolutely do not. If it's a bug, these lazy millennial devs over at CD Projekt Red can kiss my ass, okay? I think it is a deliberate design choice to prevent spoilers.
Carl Donovan donated $2 through Super Chat. 1 month of crunching isn't going to fix the game.
That is exactly what I'm saying. They spent literally years and years and years on this game. What makes you people think 1 month is going to do anything? It's not going to do anything. You have your thinking cap on, Kyle Donovan, and we really appreciate you. Kyle Donovan, think it's going to put some chair. We appreciate you. This is what people need to understand. This is the reality of the situation. I don't know how you can come on here and say, oh my God, Michael, I love this toaster because this toaster don't work. No, you can't have that opinion. If this game literally fundamentally does not work on PlayStation 4, and that is indeed the case, no matter what version you're fucking playing, it doesn't matter, okay? Look, there are 2 versions of this game. I know you can't see that. That's the reality, okay? The update is available, but it still is not where it needs to be. And even if they have another update in the can, more than likely it's going to be what's already available. They're just going to unlock the game essentially because they borked the game with version 1.01 and it totals in at 46.092 gigabytes. Okay? The game itself, what is mastered on this disc, is 63.92 gigabytes. That is a fact. These are facts, okay? And I surmise that the day one patch is version 1.01, and they're just going to override it, unlock the game, and that's it. Okay? But they're playing damage control right now because you don't understand how buggy this is because none of you have this game more than likely. Maybe one of you or two have this game. But I am telling you right here and right now, if Crobecat is going to make a return, he is going to make a return for Cyberpunk 2077. You should understand from what I'm saying with that, that's how buggy this game is. It really makes Ubisoft look unbelievable. Watch Dogs Legion is a less buggy game than this game right here. It is a Ubisoft game. Watch Dogs Legion, notoriously buggy. Ubisoft, it's always, a hit or a miss, right? That is more solid than what you're going to get here. I honestly do not recommend, unless there is a magical day one patch, folks, to not buy this on base PS4 or base Xbox One. You're going to see some serious shit, okay? You're going to see some serious shit. And again, if you update to version 1.01, you cannot complete this game.
Dan McKinney donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Years in development and runs like crap on last-gen base consoles.
Oh, it runs.
What were they doing all this time?
That's what I was thinking as I was playing the game. What were they thinking? Why release the game? If you can't get it in a state where it needs to be, why release the game on 2013 hardware? I know you want to make big money, and that's how you're going to make big money. But at the same time, my oh my, they have a lot to answer for. They have a lot to answer for. That is the reality of the situation. I know this is a hard pill for people to swallow. Again, let's recap. If you're just tuning in, I know today isn't going to be as big because the game is getting closer to release, and the shows are out in full force. But here's the collector's edition case.
Kevin Raposo donated €2 through Super Chat. Do 2013 hardware is killing this game.
Oh my lord, you guys don't even know what's coming. It's a fucking storm. And I guarantee you this supposed magical day one patch is not going to fix what I've been experiencing on PlayStation 4 because they just can't. It's 2013 hardware. But it's funny because I play The Last of Us 2, and I know it's a totally different game. It's not an open world game. But I play The Last of Us 2, and that feels next generation in terms of the technical assets, okay? In terms of animations, in terms of sound design, in terms of things just fucking working. They know what they're doing. It's that simple. The technical team over at Naughty Dog, they know what they're doing. That's the reality of the situation. That's what you need to understand. Whoever the hell developed this piece of shit, they have absolutely no idea what they're doing. And they make the Ubisoft games that have just come out that have been really buggy as well. Watch Dogs Legion is literally less buggy than this game right here, Cyberpunk 2077. So again, let's recap. This is the day right now situation, okay? This is the situation right now. Cyberpunk 2077 on PlayStation 4, version 1.0. Hold on. Let me go ahead and illustrate this a little easier for you people. Okay, version 1.0. What is mastered on this disc is 63.92 gigabytes, okay? There's 2 discs. That is what's mastered on the disc. Version 1.0 is completely, totally playable from beginning to end. Version 1.01 is 46.092 gigabytes. This is an update. This update prevents the game from being completed. I've already talked about that in the previous stream. I do think it is a deliberate design choice, as they wanted to prevent spoilers from coming out, and they decided to brick their own game, which is so stupid and retarded. Nonetheless, that's their, thinking. So there you have it. That is the situation right now. On the back of the game case, and I know you won't be able to see it here because I didn't bring up the great camera, but on the back of the game case, it says 70 gigabytes minimum. So you take that information and you interpret it how you would like. I honestly do believe the day one patch is already out, and that is version 1.01 in disguise. I think they're going to roll out another patch on day one that is basically going to be secretly version 1.01, and they're going to essentially unlock the game. But even with version 1.01 installed, no. It's as simple as that. No. I honestly, I am just perplexed. I am confused. I am bewildered as to how this game launched in this state. And not only is the game a broken fucking buggy mess, and again, this day one month patch isn't going to do shit. They only had a month to really do something with it. Come on. They've had years to do something with this. What makes you think a month is going to completely, totally change the narrative here? It's not. It's not going to fix what needs to be fixed. They're going to need more time in the oven, and they're going to be excused because it's CD Projekt Red. They can do no wrong. This narrative that these people are angels is retarded. That's the reality of the situation. That's what you need to understand. And I'm not a hater, by the way. I wanted this game to be great. I took and I rolled the dice, and I spent a lot of money on this game to get it early. Okay, I had it 2 days ago. And I've been pouring hours into this game, trying to wrap my head around this idea that this is unbelievably amazing. Trying to convince myself that, you know what, this is unbelievably amazing. But I haven't had that moment where I thought, you know what, this is fucking amazing. Because even if you put aside the technical problems that plague this experience right now, even if you put aside those technical problems that plague this experience, this is a game, in many ways, especially in the open world aspect, is so backwards. We're so backwards here. We're not going forwards. You know, I remember reading previews about this game, how this game was going to, redefine this medium, revolutionize this medium and the genre, and it does nothing. Nothing. It is one of the worst open world games that I've ever played. I am not kidding. in terms of the open world, in terms of NPCs interactability, in terms of detail, depth, none of it's here. None of it is here. All the NPCs stand around. Nothing happens. It is so terrible, so wooden, so shallow, depth as a puddle. But they want you to believe that this is this sprawling open world RPG that is going to just blow you away. Well, maybe if you're retarded, you'll enjoy this game, in its current state. But guys, this is not a great video game. That is what I need you to understand. Now, it's funny because I already know the narrative is going to be probably as soon as tomorrow in 24 hours, probably when the embargo is up, that this is a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of a 10. But how can you review the toaster and say it's great when it doesn't work? How can you sit on here and say the product is amazing when it literally does not work? On PS5, and we're going to talk about that. I've been playing it on PS5, and I'm trying to tell you guys the reality. I know this is a hard pill. Believe me, if I were really hyped for a game and I came on here and I saw a video like this, I would say this guy's an idiot, he's a retard, he's a hater, he's this, he's that, he's got a narrative. No, I'm not being biased. I am literally telling you the reality of the situation. And if you want to peek at what I'm talking about, because I can't show it to you here, obviously, if you want to peek at what I'm talking about, a right direction to go into is to my Twitter. Twitter.com/MichaelDoesLife, okay? Go to Twitter, Twitter.com/MichaelDoesLife. I have been retweeting some of the leaked gameplay, and that really puts everything that I'm talking about into perspective. You can get a visualization over there. So again, Twitter.com/MichaelDoesLife. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see some retweets. This game literally at times looks like an N64 game. I'm not exaggerating. It's not Twitter video compression. It is the reality of the situation. This magical day one patch is literally already available because, come on, I'm not retarded. I know you guys want this to be this unbelievably amazing experience, and I do too, and I hope that they fix this. But even if they fix it, they're going to have to add in more because it is as depth as a puddle, shallow, wooden, hollow.
Dan McKinney donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Remember all the NPCs walking around in first look gameplay? Now streets are devoid of NPCs.
Well, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's a hit or a miss in terms of NPC density. Sometimes it's a ghost town. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a ghost town, especially the traffic. If you go fast, even on PS5, I've been playing this on PS5. Now, obviously on PS5, I've been playing version 1.0, okay, what's mastered on this disc, because you cannot play version 1.01 and you cannot get further in the game. Okay, you get to a mission where you cannot go further. You guys know what I'm talking about more than likely. If you've seen some of this stuff, it's being reported.
Carl Donovan donated $2 through Super Chat. GTA 4 from 2008
Absolutely.
is far more impressive than this.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it is way more impressive. Holy shit. Dude, I'm not exaggerating. Literally, it is light years ahead of this game in terms of depth, detail, open world design, sound design, NPCs interaction, the way they behave throughout the world. This is fucking crazy bad in terms of that. Now, maybe the story is okay. There's a lot to do here in this game, no doubt about that. I keep getting side quests, and it keeps fucking filling up. So there's a lot to see here and do in terms of the mission design and structure and that sort of thing. But is it worthwhile? That's the big thing. Because it is, in my opinion, quality over quantity. Just because this game could maybe last you 100 or so hours, at least in terms of the side activities, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're worthwhile. I've been starting to do some of the side activities, and they're pretty underwhelming to say the least. I'll tell you that. It's so incredibly sad. So I am convinced that the update that is available now is the day one update in disguise, and they wanted to stop, and no one's going to report on this because no one's actually talking about these details here, but I am convinced that they stopped the progression of the game with version 1.01 because in that version you cannot complete the game. You literally cannot complete the game. There's nothing you can do. They borked the game on purpose, more than likely, to prevent spoilers, but if you're not retarded, you roll it back. You play version 1.0. So it's just a sad situation. It's a tragic situation. Again, 1 month of time isn't enough for these people. They need another year with this game. I'm serious. They need another year with it. I can't even imagine an online aspect, a component to this game. I cannot imagine an online or aspect, component to this game. The current state of this game is just unbelievably sad. You're going to be seeing so many compilation videos come out. Oh, Michael, this version 1.0. No, the day one update, whatever the hell you want to call it, the update that is technically available right now, version 1.01, does not fix things very, very much so. You are running this game on 2013 hardware with a mechanical drive, okay? You have to understand that there's only so much that they can do, even if they are talented people, and I don't know if that's the case, because honestly, this game is fucking pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible in many avenues. Now, you guys might be blown away with the story. You guys may be blown away with the amount of side quests. There's a lot to see and do here. I understand that, but again, it's quality over quantity. You have to take into consideration how broken, unfinished, how unplayable this game is on base PS4 and even on PlayStation 5. I've been playing this on PlayStation 5, and yes, it does run a tad bit better. I think it's due to the SSD. It's version 1.00, what's mastered on this disc on PlayStation 5. And I'll tell you, it's not a night and day difference, but, you know, some of the pop-in is less apparent. And that's good, okay? Because the pop-in on this is literally, I don't know what the hell's going on, but it reminds me, it's so reminiscent of PUBG on Xbox One. Xbox One PUBG, it literally reminds me of this. And that is inexcusable. This is a multi-million-dollar corporation. They pretend to care about the gamer, yet they're, you know, taking people's videos down. They're doing this, they're doing that. They don't want this out here. They don't want you to come out here and share gameplay because they don't want to potentially lose sales. If everyone was allowed to come out here right now and say, you know, this is the game and show it to you in a way that makes sense, they would lose millions of fucking pre-orders, at least on base PS4. I'm not saying cancel your pre-order. I'm not encouraging you to do that. Please keep your pre-order locked in because I need you to see this. I'm not kidding. I need you to see this. I want you to experience this, and I want you to come to the realization that this is one of the most overhyped video games in the last 2 decades. I am not fucking around here, folks. Again, you might be impressed with the story, and you might come away and say, holy shit, that was so riveting, this was that, and give it a 10 out of 10. I don't know. But in terms of the open world design, in terms of the NPCs, you can go to my Twitter, twitter.com/MichaelDoesLife. I've been retweeting some of the things that I've been running into. Not I've been running into, but, you know, some other people that I've been running into. They've been sharing footage. I've been sharing footage. And I'll tell you this, it's so incredibly sad. But I have been running into those things. Very similar things. N64. That's what this reminds me of. Literally, it's over.
Donated $4.99 through Super Chat. GoldenEye N64 graphics.
Literally. If people are coming out and saying, oh, it's only if you go fast in the speedy cars, Mackle. No, that's bullshit. On base PS4, okay? I don't know about... If you walk around even remotely fast, I'm not even talking about sprinting. If you walk around even remotely fast, I'll tell you this, folks. The game just won't load. The game, you'll see T-pose animations for NPCs. They just do this. You know? What the hell is this? How can you come out, and I know this is going to happen tomorrow because there's been rumors about the embargo lifting tomorrow, which is a huge red flag because the game comes out on fucking, Wednesday or Thursday, whatever it does, very soon from now, and they're not confident in their product enough to, say, hey, you guys can talk about the game. That's a huge red flag. That's what that is. They should have let reviewers have their reviews out as early as last week, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. The day one patch is available. Sorry, it is. Because here's another thing that just doesn't make any fucking sense. How are reviewers going to review this game? Let me ask you that. How are reviewers going to review this game? Because the version 1.01 bricks the game. I mean, you cannot you cannot move forward with version 1.01. So what is happening here?
Gaming donated $5 through Super Chat. So Mackle, is Cyberpunk 2077 the biggest blunder in all of video?
In many ways it is. Now in some other ways, some people might be impressed. Okay? You might be riveted by the story. I think the story is so half-assed as well. Some of the cutscenes, the animations, I don't know what? I just don't understand. That's the big takeaway here. I don't understand what they were trying to accomplish, and they just failed. I mean, maybe if you're easily amused or easily impressed, you'll be blown away with this game. But as someone who is looking forward to this thing, as it was being hyped up into the moon and back as this messiah of gaming and how it's going to revolutionize this medium, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. Literally, even the sex scenes are disappointing in this game. They are. They last about, 10 seconds, and it's an edited cutscene. Like, come on. Where's the interactability? Where's the freedom? Where's the choice? Come on. Dude, I started off as street kid, nomad, corporate. It's all the same fucking shit. It is. It's all the fucking same shit. You get a different little intro, and then you're back into the same fucking swing of things. Now, maybe as, I put a little more time into that, hopefully it branches out even further. But I'm going to try and complete this game tonight because there's been rumors, there's been word that the campaign is maybe not where it needs to be in terms of length.
Fuzzy donated $3.99 through Super Chat. Nice fake box.
No, it's
Good
not a fake
work,
box.
let's
I don't
see the
understand
disc
how.
log.
You guys are literally retarded. You guys are literally retarded, and it's terrible bait. Literally stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. You're done. It ain't a fake box, you dumb idiot. Go back to fucking wherever hole you crawled out of, because you're retarded, okay? Fuzzy, thank you, Skeleton. Thanks for the, super chat, though. I appreciate you. Okay? How is this a fucking fake box? I got the disc inside, you dumb idiot. Oh, it's fake box. You don't have it. Yeah, fake as fuck, isn't it? Yeah, so fucking fake. So fucking fake. Yeah, come on. Kiss my foot and kiss my ass, by the way. You're done. This is the reality of the situation. This is what you need to understand. I know. Look, it pains me to come on here and do this shit. I want to come on here and say I'm fucking blown away, but I'm not. Now, maybe you guys, like I said, are easily amused, and you will be blown away, okay? But my takeaway from this game is that hell no. Hell no. Grand Theft Auto 4 from 2008 running on Xbox 360 with how much RAM? 500 megabytes of RAM is more impressive than whatever that shit show is. This is a video where Crobecat needs to return, resurrect himself from the grave, and show it off like, no tomorrow. Because I'm telling you, this game is so busted, this game is so broken on base PS4 that you're going to have a fucking aneurysm when you play this game. That is the reality of the situation. It's not video compression. It's not this. I've heard the excuses. I've heard about this magical day one patch, and that shit needs to end. Because I'm sick and tired of the narrative that this bullshit is so perfect and it can do no wrong and it's fucking a 10 out of 10. It isn't the case, and you can take my word for it, and I don't care if you don't care, because the reality of the situation is that I'm a world-class veteran video game critic, and you're a nobody. That's what you need to understand. I'm coming on here to help the gamer. I'm not encouraging you to cancel your pre-order. In fact, I need you to keep it in. Because I need you to see this. I need you to see the lies that they came out and said, oh, this is this next level RPG open world experience. Bullshit. It's trash. That's what it is. And the length of the campaign now comes into question because if Dreamcast guy is right, it's over. It's over. What were they doing with their time? I don't fucking understand, man. How can a game that came out in 2008 be better than a modern-day video game that promises to be so much? It really does piss me off, as you can see. I wanted this game to be great. I wanted to be surprised. It pisses me off that I was right. Again. The Last of Us 2 is a better game. Technically speaking, and that is on PS4. 2013, I know, it's a different game. Linear, open world. But this is so fucking on rails, it's not even funny. Because there's no point to explore the open world. It's all fucking shallow. They make you seem like you can do this, you can do that. And it's cool, sure, but it's no different than any other open world game. And in fact, it's more shallow than most open world games. I'm not kidding. I know it's hard for you to understand because I can't show you this. But eventually, as time progresses, we're going to get to that stage. We're going to get to that moment. And it's so incredibly sad. If you are playing this on base PS4, base Xbox One, I feel sorry. Because as I put it into the PS5, again, I'm seeing a slight improvement in terms of pop-in. Dude, let me ask you this, bro. When you take out a telephone pole here in this game, you drive, you run over a telephone pole, the wires are still stuck in the air.
Terra donated $4.99 through Super Chat. We hear a lot about busted games, but what is your favorite game?
I can't give you an answer. I don't know. I can't give you an answer. It's really a tough question, man. It's a tough question. But I'm telling you, anything that's broken isn't... I'm fine with bugs that are funny and entertaining, but this shit's getting in the way. This shit's just getting in the way. You don't understand because you don't have the game in your possession. If you had the game in your possession, you would see.
CDRams97 donated
No, please don't. Please do not.
You can clearly tell this is a fake box.
No,
Sad.
okay. You stop being stupid. Stop being stupid. Terrible bait. No one. Whatever. I'm done. Yeah, it's a fake box. It's a fake fucking box. I photoshopped the whole fucking thing. Fake box, fake game. I'm not playing it. Yeah, okay, come on. Kiss my fucking foot. Go to my PSN, Michael Does Life, and look it up. I'm getting trophies in the game. Fake box. Such a fake fucking box. Then what am I playing?
Giant Art donated $5 through Super Chat. You the best, Mike. Thanks for keeping us gamers informed.
Yeah, and I need you to understand I'm not exaggerating. At least on base PS4, it is just an unmitigated nightmare. It is an unmitigated nightmare. Oh, but Michael, the day one patch, you playing that unpatched version. Guys, they only had a month. They only had a month. So even if there is a new patch, which I don't suspect that there is, it's already available, it just locks the game, okay? They're going to overwrite that or add in the same fucking patch and, remove that lock feature. Because, look, when you play version 1.0 and you compare it to what's out now, the map is different. There's things that are different. So I am very convinced that what is available now is the day one patch that everyone seems to be hyping up, and I think that's damage control from CD Projekt Red. They don't want you to fucking talk about this game. They don't want any gameplay out because they want to control the narrative. They want to push this idea that this game is unbelievably amazing and it could do no fucking wrong. That's bullshit. This shit needs to be fucking called out, and there's no one else who's willing to step up to that plate to give these dumb idiots over wherever the fuck they're from a reality check. That's bullshit. They're lazy, they're millennial, and it shows. It shows in the final product. When I buy a fucking toaster, do I have to wait for the software update in the toaster for it to work? Do I have to wait for this promised update? No, bullshit. If I have to wait for something to fucking work properly, it goes right back to the store. That is how a product works. And yet you stupid idiots want to call in and defend this shit. I don't understand, okay? Look, the bugs aren't entertaining. They get in the way of the experience. When you go too fast in the car, in the PS4 base version, okay? No matter what version you're on, without a patch or with the patch, the game literally does not load. It's not my PS4. The proof is in the pudding. The writing is on the wall. You can go to Twitter and look up that stuff for you.
$2 through Super Chat. That is clearly a fake box.
Oh, yeah,
Stop
such a fake Oh, yeah. Well, you want to see the fake box in detail? Yeah, you do, don't you? You want to see the fucking fake box in detail? Look at this Photoshop job I did. Such a fake fucking box. Yeah, look at that. You can see the imperfections right there. I mean, oh, my God, look at that. Even blurry text right there. Holy shit, such a fake box. I mean, man, I even went all the way to make the manuals inside look legitimate. I had my 3D printer buddy, compile this for me, and I'll tell you what, it just really looks so satisfying. It's so good looking. That it has fooled the masses here. It's fooled over 1,000 people who are watching. So my fake fucking box and my fake game, and even I went the extra mile and I just faked out the collector's edition too. I mean, get a fucking clue.
Brett's Game Corner donated $2 through Super Chat. We appreciate you coming out here.
Well, I just want to set people up to lower their expectations. That's all. I'm not saying, please do not cancel your pre-order. That's not what I'm telling you to do. What I am telling you to do is lower those expectations right now. Because, look, you might appreciate some aspects here in this game, and I'm sure there are certain things that are deep within this game that, maybe blow people away, and maybe will blow me away because I haven't completed it. But what I will tell you is that in terms of the open world design, in terms of the NPCs and their behavior, in terms of stability, in terms of the bugginess, none of that is where it needs to be, and it won't be there anytime soon. This magical day one patch isn't going to fix everything. I'm sorry. It's not going to fix anything. You have to understand how video game development works.
Davis
Things just don't. You can't just flip a fucking switch and fix it all.
Through Super Chat. You don't get a toaster before it's released.
What? It is released, you dumb idiot. I mean, maybe not officially. Okay, if it's not released, then how the fuck have I been playing the game? Fucking game's out. Have the fucking game here. How fucking stupid are you? I don't know what's going on today, but we have a bunch of idiots in here. A bunch of stupid idiots. Oh, the game ain't out, Michael. When I get my game, it's going to be totally different. No, you're fucking
Carl
dumb.
Donovan donated
fucking
$5
stupid.
Through Super Chat. Rockstar says nothing and shows off everything, and their games are great.
Exactly.
CD Projekt Red say a lot of marketing BS, and their games are
They don't want to show. They want to
Sad.
tell you. They want to. God damn it! You have your thinking cap on, and I appreciate you so much, Kyle. That I think it's gonna want to get put to travel and appreciate you. Rockstar, they leave it all out on the field, and their product speaks for itself. CD Projekt Red. They told us for years their game is unbelievably amazing.
Oh
no.
Yay! Go back to eating Christmas trees.
Huh? David Hinkle, thank you, Scarlett. Once again, for sponsoring with Chevrolet. Appreciate you. Oh, my God, Michael, what you talking about there, buddy? You ain't nothing but a clown. How am I a clown? I'm giving you the lowdown. I'm giving you the reality of what to expect in just a few days when this damn game hits the store shelves officially. Oh, Michael, you don't have the game because it ain't out yet there, buddy.
Dapligamies donated $1.99 through Super Chat. They got some good crack where you're at.
No, you just need to see, that's what they do. They throw up their security blanket so they make fun of me. They're like, oh, Michael, you do this, you do that. You ain't nothing but a clown. You're ugly. You got them 4 triple eyes. Well, I'll tell you about triple. Seeing double. Dude, I am just done with this bullshit. I'm just done with this bullshit, man. I just don't understand how you can't hit that home run. You know, it's like Sammy Sosa going up to the fucking, plate. He's probably going to hit the home run. You would expect, right? It's Sammy fucking Sosa.
Omar
but what if he doesn't?
$2 through Super Chat. All these delays and still need a patch. Ha ha ha.
Well, like I said, I think this. Look, we're gonna reiterate. We got a lot of new people in here. And I'll tell you what. Tell them to get in here. This is the only real reality check. I'm not a hater. I wanted this game to be great, okay? And maybe in some cases, as we continue to put more time into it, I might, look, they might win me over. I'm not ruling it out 100%. But what I am telling you is that this game is not where it needs to be. I am telling you to expect a lot of fucking things that are going to blow your mind, and not in a good way. That I can tell you. Povik J, thank you, Skeleton. Once again, puts up a chair. I appreciate you. So here, look, there's a lot of confusion about day one update. I know, some of the CD Projekt Red people have come out on Twitter and said, oh, that's not the day one update. Well, it's no shit. They're going to tell you what you want to hear, just like they've been doing for years. They've been telling you what you wanted to hear for years. The product speaks for itself. That is how the mentality should be, but that's not what they want anything. They just don't want that narrative. Can't even do the show.
Breath of the Wild donated $2 Canadian through Super Chat. Sad. This game needs more time in the oven.
Well, that's the thing. You guys don't even understand. Look, there's a lot of leaked footage out there. And again, if you go to my Twitter, twitter.com/MichaelDoesLife, it'll point you in the right direction. I've been retweeting people's leaked footage. And it is indicative of my experience here with Cyberpunk 2077. So, again, let's clear this up with the day one update bullshit because I'm just getting sick and tired of it. Oh, this magical day one unicorn patch is going to fix the whole goddamn game, Michael. No, they only had a month to do it. They've had, how many years? 3 or 4 years to actually fucking develop this game. They couldn't get it done in that amount of time. So what makes you think a 1 month fucking update is going to magically fix the entire experience? How retarded can people be? Do you know how software development works? No. Do you know how programming works? Probably not. Come on, dude.
David Hinkle
it is
donated
spaghetti
$2
code
through Super Chat. I messaged you on Skype. Admit you're scared of me.
Oh, yeah. Come on. How much are they paying you to come over here and chill? How much are they paying? Because they don't want this to be a dumpster fire. They want to push this narrative that, oh, my God, Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, it can do no wrong. This I haven't found one e-celebrity in this bitch anyway. Anyway, let's go ahead. David Hinkle, think it's together. Let's go ahead and get down to the brass tacks, okay? Cyberpunk 2077. God damn it, son of a bitch.
Justin Lasert donated $10 Canadian through Super Chat. This guy just saved me thousands, sold my stock I was in Otley. Thanks, brother.
Well, I don't have a complicated brain. I can't figure that stuff out. But, look, if you feel like you made the right decision, I appreciate you. Justin, think it's going to get a chair. I appreciate you. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a dumpster fire. Look, I know IGN's going to give it a 10. I know GameSpot, they're going to be, liberal as well and probably say, oh, it's a little buggy. No, bullshit, it ain't a little buggy. They're going to downplay it so hard.
49 cents through Super Chat. How is performance compared between PS4 and PS5?
Well, I have noticed a smidge of a difference. It's not a night and day difference, and it's not. It's something to do with the SSD versus the mechanical drive. And when you look at this is how I figured this out because, well, not only can I see that, son of a bitch.
Jeffrey Noonan donated €2 through Super Chat. Oh my God, Mackle, you ain't nothing but a clown.
Oh, yeah, come on. Jesus Christ. How much are they paying you to come over here and fucking recite those lines? Get a better script, get a better job, and get a life while you're at it as well. You can't have sex in real life, so you're going to do it with a 10-second cutscene here in this piece of shit. Yikes. That was so underwhelming as well. They were hyping that shit up, and, oh, you can do this. It cuts to a fucking cutscene, and like, Where's the detail? The animators all should be fired. All of the animation in this game's trash.
13 donated
trash.
$2.99.
I could do better if I could learn how to code.
Zoomer bait.
Yeah, well, you might be onto something there. Play Quebec, Sticky Skeleton, once again, put some cheer, really do appreciate us. Here we go. We're going to reiterate because there's a lot of confusion. I know you guys have heard this. I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but here's the reality of the situation. Cyberpunk 2077 on PS4. What is mastered on this disc is version 1.
CD-ROMs 97 donated £2 through Super Chat. Fake box, fake box.
Oh
fake
yeah,
box,
such
fake
a
box,
fake.
fake
You know,
box,
I paid $500 for someone to compile a fake fucking box with this 3D printer. I mean, get the fuck out of here with that stupid ass shit. You're done. CD-ROMs, please. I don't even know what the fuck's happening anymore. You guys got me broke like the damn game. You know, I'm as broke as this piece of shit game that you all are hyping up into the moon and back. I mean, come on, get a grip.
Benny Man donated $2 through Super Chat.
Just got to stand here like
Pirate
a fucking
chats
statue.
Rise up.
I don't know what was being said because I was talking and you were interrupting the show. That's the reality of the situation, okay? Kiss my foot. You're done. Penis Man, or, it doesn't say that. Well, Cyberpunk 2077, PlayStation 4, this is what you need to understand. This is the reality of the situation. Version 1.0, what is mastered on this disc, totals in. Fuck!
E-Calendar donated €2 through Super Chat. The Witcher 3 is the most overrated game in history.
Well, I never played that shit. So, you know, look, this is my first CD Projekt Red game, and I'm not impressed. Sorry, I'm not. So, version 1.0, I can't read. I'm retarded. Calendar, Thinky Skeleton, once again. Version 1.0, what's mastered on this disc is 63.92 gigabytes. Version 1.0, what is mastered on both?
Solid Coffee donated $2 through Super Chat. How does this game compare to Skyrim or RDR2?
Well, Red Dead Redemption 2 is not a buggy game compared to this game. That I can tell you. Red Dead Redemption 2, even when you play it, you know, patchless version, it's a masterpiece. That I can tell you. Compared to what you're going to see here. Go to my Twitter, twitter.com/MichaelDoesLife if you want to see snippets of the reality of the situation. I have been retweeting what people are showing. It's all over Twitter. You're going to have to do some deep research, but I'll let you in on a little clue. Twitter.com/MichaelDoesLife. That's the reality of the situation. That's what you need to understand.
Cyberpunk Shill donated $2
here we go.
Super
You know, at least
Chat.
you're being honest.
It is a fake box. Shout out
it is
to
a fake
David
box.
Hinkle.
I don't have the game. My trophies on
Wolf.
PlayStation Network are fake as well. I don't have the game. CD Projekt Red is amazing. This game's incredible. It's going to blow you away. I give it a 9 out of 10. Keanu Reeves' performance is so great as Silverhand. Holy shit, when you get to that moment. Oh, yeah. I mean, come on, buddy. Come on. Version 1. Fuck!
Mega Wimberly donated $5 through Super Chat. What is the music and sound design like?
Well, the sound design is pretty terrible, pretty lackluster. However, the soundtrack, not too bad. So there's two options. You got, you know, the copyrighted shit, then you have the streamer mode, and that is a version of 1.0 as well. However, what I will tell you, what is mastered on this disc, version 1.0, there is no photo mode on the disc. No photo mode on the disc. Okay, that has been included with the day one patch.
Code in Margarita.
Deal with it.
donated
It is a
$2
day one
through
patch. I don't
Super
care
Chat.
what CD Projekt Red said.
Shout out to David Hinkle.
Yeah, here we go with this
Fake
David
box
Hinkle shit.
sad.
I mean, come on. You know, you want to shill his channel so incredibly sad. Yeah, fake box, fake everything. I mean, come on. So incredibly sad. The whole fucking, yeah, it's a green screen back here. I'm not actually back here. Look, I can move around. I got fucking motion tracking on. You know, you guys are retarded. Literally on the spectrum. That's the reality. That's what you do. That's what you do. You can't handle the reality of the situation, so you get in your parents' basement, you're surrounded by Cheetos, and you're like, oh my God, Michael, when is that frozen pizza ready? You know, 40-year-old man children. That's what you people are. You CD Projekt Red shows, you're like, oh my God, Michael, I'm going to tap on the computer, I'm going to say the 10 out of 10 on Metacritic just to piss you off. I don't care. You know, I'm the only one who's willing to step up to that plate, and I'm going to swing for the fences, and I don't care if I strike out. You know, this is the reality of the situation. This is what you need to understand. I am trying to help people from being disappointed come next week, because I'm telling you right here and right now, it's over.
Kogi Fox donated $2 through Super Chat. Shoot more Rachel nod off in a McDonald's bathroom.
Huh? No one understands what you're talking about. That's the reality of the situation. Okay, come on, buddy. Okay, where were we at? I don't know. We were talking about photo mode, then you guys keep interrupting the show. So incredibly sad. PS4 Pro Enhanced. Yeah. I mean, come on. If it has a mechanical drive, good luck.
D alone donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Dance for me, BB.
Well, I'm not dancing for $1.99. That's the reality. I got high rates, okay? I can't even read. I can't say. Let's go ahead and get down to the brass tacks. D-Clown, think it's going to want to get Fitz, puts up a chair. Really appreciate you. Oh, my God, Michael, what you talking about there, buddy? You ain't nothing but a clown. Guys, tell them to wake up and smell that coffee. Tell them to please consider lowering your expectations.
Chaz UBCS donated $9.99 through Super Chat. Flex for CyberSeath 2077. The shills and fanboys are in panic mode. You're exposing CD Projekt Red for being a bunch of losers. I love your dedication and desire. Passion is important, world class.
Oh, absolutely, and we appreciate you. Hell yeah. Chaz, thank you, Skeleton. Once again, puts up a chair. Really do appreciate you. But honestly, if I were a fanboy, if I were a hardcore super fanboy, bro, I'd be pissed as well. I'd be upset. I'd be like, this guy's an idiot. This guy's a retard. I hate him. I hate his content. But you know what?
Leaks shows low density of NPC. True.
Well, look, there's certain moments where sometimes, the NPC stuff, there's a lot of NPCs in certain areas, okay? But, this game has hidden loading screens. When you're in the elevator, it's pretty much loading outside, the outside world. But more importantly, what I can tell you, NPC density, yeah, it is a thing. But car density is something that we need to talk about as well, because holy shit.
A
ghost town.
Chat. Fake box.
Yeah, it is a fake box. We've already established that. I don't even have the game. I'm just stringing you guys along. I got the green screen up as well. You guys are fooled, convinced that I have the game. Like, come on, I don't have the game. I don't have Cyberpunk. I don't. You think I have? How can I have Cyberpunk? They told me it's not out. I don't have Cyberpunk. The game's not out. This is fucking fake. What you're going to get next week is totally different. Totally different art, totally different case, totally different game. Jesus.
CDRams97 donated £2 through Super Chat. My penis is erect.
Oh, no. And there's no nudity in this game. No nudity. So you incels who are 40 years old in your parents' basement, look, look, there's no full nudity in this game. It's only the big, kahunas, and that's it. At least for the female. I've been the female. I don't know how it looks for the male because I'm not, Look, there's no full nudity in this game. They said you can roam around nude, and the NPCs will react. Dude, I roam around nude in this game, and they don't react. What is this shit?
Ben Martin donated $9.99 through Super Chat. Thank you for doing God's work, Michael.
Yeah, and it's tough in the face of adversity. And I honestly feel bad for the people that, because look, I know a lot of people are going to be blown away still. They're going to forgive it. They're going to excuse the bugs and say, oh, it's just going to be fixed in another update, and this, that, and the third. Yeah, it's a little buggy, Michael, but you exaggerated in your live streams. I'm going to come back to these videos when the game's out, Michael, and I'm going to say that. Yeah, I didn't exaggerate, man. If you're playing this on base PS4, expect a fucking slideshow, expect a shit show. Frame rate's not as bad as the
You don't
pop-in.
need a 3D printer to make a fake box.
Well, you're going to need a 3D printer to print out the fucking discs and shit. Come on. How the fuck do you think I made the discs then? What am I going to do, craft some fucking wood over here? Come on. Get a grip, get a life, and get a job. You can't do that, though. You can't do that. It's so incredibly sad. I'll tell you, look at the 3D print job on this shit. You guys are retarded. Where'd it go?
Young Meds donated $5 through Super Chat. I sent you a clip of a beat him working on for a song to use as the intro. I hit up your Twitter and Skype DMs.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hit me
check
back
it out.
if you
Hell
like
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a look into it. Young man, 6 kilometers, put the chair. Really appreciate you. Oh my God, Michael, what you talking about there, buddy? You ain't got nothing but a clown. Yeah, look at this fake artwork. We looked at reference photos on Google Images. They were low resolution, but we did a great job here. I'll tell you with this fake ass.
Scaregrid donated $2 through Super Chat. You can't even see the game with those wonky eyes.
Well, it is a little tough, but, if I get close, it looks like an IMAX. So, I'm pretty good. I can tell you that this is the reality of the situation, okay? Scare Cake, thank you, Skeleton. See, I couldn't even read that. Scare Cake, Scare Grid, whatever the fuck that shit is. Thank you, Skeleton. Once again, put the picture, really appreciate you. Day 1 patches available. Day 1 patches available. Look at that. Cyberpunk 2077. There is an update. If you update the game currently, you can't beat it. You can't progress. You get to a certain point. It's not a bug. If it is a bug, probably deliberate. Version 1.0 is playable, completable. So expect the ending if it's not already leaked, because that's how you have to play this game if you have it early. Oh, but Mako, the game ain't out yet there, buddy. You don't know what you're talking about. Rockstar is better than CD Projekt Red. That I can confirm. Because when you tell me a 2008 video game is better, well, I don't know how that's the case. Oh, my God, it is more. Dude, this is terrible. It's one of the worst open world games that I played. There's nothing to do in the open world because all of the side activities, all of the little icons on the map are just so fucking shallow. You know, you would have thought like the sex thing, because there's an underlining fucking sex theme in this game. Would have been something a little more. And I don't need to see every fucking nook and cranny, but come on. Something shorter than a 10-second edited video. And it's the same thing every time. I did the sex missions or whatever it's called, the sex side quest, whatever that's called. This game's fucking for weirdos. But I'll tell you what, I did that. It's the same fucking video every time. What are they doing? I'm sorry, man. You know, I know what's going to happen probably as soon as tomorrow, 24 hours. They're going to come out of the woodwork and say, oh, it's a 9 out of 10. I was so impressed. It's mind-blowing. And then you guys are going to come back on here and say, oh, shit, you were wrong, man. No, I'm not wrong. The game's fucking broken.
Rocky Lee 33 donated $2 through Super Chat. 3 out of 10 game. I wait for crack version for PC.
Well, it's DRM free, buddy. You don't have to even wait. Rocky Balboa, thank you, Skelly. Once again, Fish puts up a chair. Really do appreciate you.
Hey, yo, Adrian. I got Cyberpunk right here.
Yeah. You guys don't know Rocky Balboa because you're a bunch of Zoomers. You know, you're like, oh, CD Projekt Red said it's coming. And they said it's great, Michael. And they also said the day one update ain't out. They want you to have, they control the narrative.
Taz UBCS donated
$2.99
through Super Chat. Merry Christmas, Mac.
Hell
You're
yeah,
a true gift
Taz.
to us.
Hell yeah. We're pushing really hard and really strong in the face of adversity. And I know it gets a little tired of just hearing this. And, you know, I know, look, I wish I could show you, but if you want to point in the right direction, twitter.com/MichaelDoesLive. Chad, thank you, Skelly. Once again, puts up a chat. Really do appreciate you. At times, this looks like a Nintendo 64 game. If you roam around a little too quick, but even if you don't, you will see that the cracks are indeed starting to show. It is mind-blowing. How this game couldn't have been completed in a way that made sense in the amount of time that they had. They have a patch available. The patch is available. It's still a broken fucking mess. The patch is available. Learn. These are facts. This isn't my opinion. The patch is available. Is it the day one patch? I believe it is. Some people don't. Most people don't. Oh, that ain't the day one patch. They've already confirmed that, Michael. Yeah, they said the game was coming out in November. They want to tell you what you want to hear. They control the fucking narrative.
JC donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Michael, be careful what you post. Review-wise, Dreamcast guy.
Yeah.
got
Well,
all
that's a
his crap
publicity stunt.
taken down.
Dreamcast guy. They're not going to. You know, I'm not. I'm not buying
care.
into that crap. I'm not buying into that crap. That's a publicity stunt from Dreamcast guy. That's what that is. Oh yeah, you really think CD Projekt Red is going to contact me through email and have their fake? Oh come on. You know, I mean that's a clever publicity stunt. That's what that is. I mean, come on. You know. I'm not a lawyer, but I know where I'm standing, okay? Come on. And I'm respecting the embargo. Even though I'm not, it's a two-party way, okay? Didn't sign anything, so they have nothing. They have nothing. Because I didn't show gameplay. I've respected that. I don't show gameplay. Okay? When I'm allowed to show gameplay, you will see what I'm talking about. When I'm allowed to post my review, whenever that is, I don't know when that will be, I will post my review, following the rules. That's the reality of the situation. Oh, my God, Michael, what you talking about there, buddy? You ain't punk rock. Let's fight the establishment, Michael. What you talking about? We're going to have a revolution. We're going to have a revolution right here with this Cyberpunk. You know, Michael, the day one update ain't out. The day one update's going to be 50 gigs. Well, 46 gigs update. What's that? What's that? A photo mode update? I mean, come on, buddy. This is the day one update in disguise. I don't care if you disagree. I don't care if you disagree. I know you will disagree. You can disagree until the cows come home. The update is available. That is what you need to understand, okay? And I believe it is the day one update. I believe it is. You mean to tell me that they have another update? No, they don't have fucking that many updates. Come on, kiss my foot. They're going to override it with version 1.02 when the game releases, and you stupid idiots are going to buy it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, there's the day one patch, Michael. It's already been available, but you don't have the game. You don't understand. The map is totally different in version 1.0 compared to the day one update that's already available, okay? Photo mode is in the day one update. It's not mastered on the disc. Tell them to bring back full nudity, because there's no full nudity in this game. I guess, the rating system would declare it AO, and, they don't want to do that because they would lose millions of dollars, but You know, they lied about that as well. They lied about many things. They downgraded oh. You'll see soon enough. You'll see soon enough, and if you really look around, you'll find it right now. It's that simple, okay? Like I said, a point in the right direction will be twitter.com, and I'm not trying to plug my Twitter, but I've been retweeting, what people have leaked, and I'm telling you, it's just unreal. It's unreal to think about how this game is in this state. Oh, the day one update, Mac, with a magical unicorn day one update. It's going to have them rainbows and them sunshines, and it's going to be 100% perfect, Michael. You don't understand how programming works. You don't understand how game development works, and that shows. They've had 30 days. 30 days. 1 month to magically fix everything that needs to be fixed. No. Ain't happening. And the reviewers are going to gloss over these problems. And they are problems, by the way. The reviewers are going to gloss over this shit and downplay it and say, oh, it's a bit buggy. But, holy shit, I was blown away. No. There's no but. The game is literally in a state where I would say, how did this pass the certification process? I know this is hard for me, you guys to believe because, oh, Michael, you got that fake game, you got that fake box, you don't know what you're talking about there, buddy. You ain't nothing but a clown. I wish I could show you. I wish I could come on here and show you, but I can't show you, and it's so incredibly sad because they want to control the narrative, and I get it. I do in some ways, but at the same time, if they were confident in their product, they would say, you know what?
Ninja donated £2 through Super Chat.
Show it off with no
Big
story.
floppy donkey dong.
Whatever. Ninja, think it's going to give specific cheerful. I appreciate you. Here's what they should have done. Instead of saying no gameplay, if they were confident in their product, they should have said, hey, no story missions, no side quests, but you can show off open world gameplay. That's how they do it in this industry, okay? Been a part of this industry. That's how some embargoes work. You can show off certain things within the game, and then at another specific date, you can show off more, okay? That's how things work, okay? So that's what they should have done. But they're not confident in their product. They're not confident in their product, and there's a great reason for that. It's not where it needs to be. Think about this. They have never officially released gameplay of this game running on base PS4 or Xbox One. There's a good reason for that. It's over.
$2.99 through Super Chat. 7 years of def, but it needs a day one patch, Lamau.
I know. Yeah, I don't understand the mentality here. I don't understand the thinking here. Oh, Michael, that day one patch, they hired an executable team, and you know what? These are professionals from all across the globe, and they got together to look at this and say, holy shit, we got another update. That day one update going to change the whole fucking narrative. Oh! Next time I'm bringing the punching bag out here because we're going to have a fucking sparring session because it's getting me so worked up and so pissed how so just ignorant people, uneducated people don't understand how any of this works, and it's so incredibly sad. Look, I'm not saying there's nothing impressive about this game. There are certain things that are cool, rad, fucking keto, okay? But when you really pull back and look at the big picture, you have bizarre technical problems that plague this experience. Will those be fixed? Probably, but not anytime soon, not as fast as they need to be fixed, even with this Unicorn Magical Day 1 update. In addition to that, the open world, the NPCs, their behavior, the way they inhabit the world. So step back. It's such a step backwards, it's not even funny. 2008, Grand Theft Auto 4 is more detailed than this game in terms of NPCs, open world. The amount of dialogue that's in this game when you're in the open world is abysmal. They say one fucking line. They saved all of the dialogue for the damn story missions.
Through Super Chat. Game has a lot of potential. Hopefully they fix it.
Yeah, well, I would it's going to be a couple of years before it gets in the spot where it needs to be, that I can tell you. And it might not ever get in the spot where it needs to be because this is running on 2013 hardware, base PS4, base Xbox One. If you're on a high-end PC, I think you're going to be in a little bit of a better spot, okay? But still, it's still going to be buggy for a lot of people, that I can tell you. Well, no one said anything there. Rocky Balboa, thank you, Skeleton. What's the gift? Specific chair, to appreciate you. Oh, my God, Michael. You ain't nothing but a hater. Hey there, buddy. You ain't nothing but a hater. Oh, yeah, here we go. Day 1 patch. That's what they're screaming. Guys, we're not going through this again. You do not understand how game development works. You don't understand C++. You don't understand Java. You don't know Xcode. Kiss my foot, kiss my ass, and get on the damn hype train. Actually, get off the hype train. Because when you are ultimately disappointed come next week, you're going to come crawling back to world class, and you're going to be like, oh, my God, Michael, I had my fun in the sun, and guess what? I'm sunburned. Too bad, because I told you that was going to happen, but you didn't want to listen. Oh, no, and that's because you were too busy going, We're going to jump into Skype, and if we can't handle Skype, well, I'll just come back on here and continue to give you the reality of the situation, and this is one where the glove comes off, okay? Because, you know, you put the glove on, you can't fucking use the damn computer. You can't use the computer. Learn. Educate yourself and prepare to be disappointed. Because if you prepare to be disappointed and you're not, then you'll be surprised. Duh! But if you go in thinking that CD Projekt Red can do no wrong and you're a huge Witcher fan and this, that, and the third, well, maybe you'll feel right at home. I don't know. I never played The Witcher. Maybe it's as bad as, maybe it's as bad as this. I don't know. But when I walk around the world and I talk to NPCs, because there is a talk option, and they only say one fucking, they mumble, sometimes their lips don't even move. Oh, that's going to be fixing the day one update, Michael. It doesn't matter because, it does matter, but it doesn't matter in the way that makes sense because there's no depth. There's no depth.
Spicy
Shallow.
Speed
Wooden,
donated
hollow.
€5 through Super Chat. U.R.right.the.game.sucks.
Yeah,
Just
whatever.
kidding,
I don't know what you're
Cyberpunk
saying,
will
buddy.
be
I don't
Game
know.
of the year.
No, absolutely not. No. If they do that, it's all paid off. It's all fucking absolutely not. Now, obviously, the ambassadors on Twitter with the blue check mark, they're going to come out of the woodwork and say, holy shit, I'm just blown away, man. Here's my Cyberpunk review. Michael, you were so wrong. Yeah, I already know how this is going to go. I've been in this business for over a decade. I know how it works. They literally hire ambassadors. That's what these companies do. They hire ambassadors to shill the product. It's not a joke. It's not a meme. Believe me, I've been contacted before. Okay, you can disagree. You can sit on here and, say that's not how it works. I don't care. Okay, look. People are watching me. They're not watching you, okay? I need you to understand that. I'm not, trying to be a rude ass or a prick or, whatever. It's just, sometimes you have to get down to the brass tacks. You can't sugarcoat it no more. That's the reality of the situation. You can call in via Skype, and we're going to launch Skype right here and right now as we take a look at my fake box for Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, my God, that's a fake box right there, buddy. Here's a collector's edition for Cyberpunk 2077. I'm going to open it without pulling the disc out of my ass. Okay, there it is, buddy. Okay, such a fake box, such a fake disc, damn. They did great work on that, didn't they? Yeah, come on, get a clue, get a life, get a job. Here we go, we're going to continue to move the wheels. The hell's going on?
Dan McKinney donated
Dan
$4.99 through Super Chat. People have consumed slop for so long now they don't even know what quality tastes like anymore.
Yeah, that's a great point, Dan McKinney. That is a great point, and I have a feeling that,
Michael!
Hello, you're on
What's
the air.
up?
Hell yeah. Well,
What's
I'm
up?
here. And, we're here.
Can you tell me how big the map is in Cyberpunk?
Well,
Maybe compared to GTA 5.
well, it's not as big as that.
Oh, that's incredibly sad.
Right.
Would you say that Yanshima's better than Cyberpunk?
Oh, well, I don't like that game, but hey, look,
Jeffrey
that
Vargas
game
donated
isn't as buggy as this
$10
game.
Super
You know what I
Chat.
mean?
Cyberpunk 2069 is
There's
exactly
a rumor going
what you
around
said.
that you eat houses.
Michael, the world-class video game
Hold on.
critic, has been correct yet again. Keep it up, buddy.
Hell
Shovel
yeah.
time.
Jeffrey Vargas,
Shovel.
thank you, Skylar. Once again, for
Shovel.
put some cheer. I appreciate you. Hell yeah, I appreciate you guys coming through, showing support in the face of adversity with the CD Projekt Red fanboys. Now, what were you saying about the rumor?
I said that there's a rumor going around that you eat houses.
Oh, come on, you piece of shit, you done. Hello, I got to take the glove off. Here we go. Dead matter, here we go. Dead matter, holy shit. This is the reality of the situation. These people are still not listening, and it's so incredibly sad. I'm not a hater. I'm brutally critical because I care. I've been doing this for weeks, months on Cyberpunk 2077, and quite clearly, I wasn't too far off.
You know what's sad? I was wrong. The game's actually more shit than I thought.
I know. It is so inexcusable. When you have NPCs that look like they're from N64, you got to be shitting me, man. Dude,
and they all walk the same, too. They all walk the same. It's like, bro, no.
Oh, man. You don't understand. The volcano has not erupted. It's eventually going to erupt, and people are going to come out with these glitch compilations, and oh, my God, the meltdown is going to be insane. Holy shit, the damage control CD Projekt Red is going to have to do. I can imagine it now. I can feel it. It's already coming.
Yeah, dude, you were talking about Dreamcast video. CDPR took that video down.
Yeah, well, that's what I honestly don't believe. I'm serious. I don't believe that. Look, I know they've been doing that a little bit, but you know what? We have to we still have to come out here and push really hard and strong. Because look, I'm not under an embargo. I didn't sign anything. It's a two-way street in that, department. So look, they think they know what, because they want to control the narrative. They want you to believe that, this is perfect, it can do no wrong, because this could potentially impact sales. If I could show you the problems, it would impact sales, but I can't do that. So what I can tell you is take my word for it, and there you go, But that's a little bit of a difference between a show and tell.
Yeah, there's already leaks out there.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
yeah.
not.
Yeah, I've been retweeting some of that stuff on Twitter. I didn't post it myself, but I've been retweeting that stuff. And man, it's just like, oh, but the narrative still is day one patch, magical unicorn update. CD Projekt Red, they hired these, these great programmers to come in and fix it. I mean, you can write a fucking book about this shit. Fucking work of fiction, how they fucking they saved the fucking game. They assembled the fucking, what's that movie called from the 80s with the team, the superheroes of teams? I forgot what it's called. The A-Team or some shit? I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
yeah, with Captain...
yeah, dude, I
Mr.
feel
T.
like the delays now are literally because I bet the PS4 and the Xbox One base versions were unplayable. So they're like, fuck, we have to push
It's a
it
nightmare.
back.
Even with the update that's currently available. Even with the update that is currently available. It is a nightmare, that I can tell you.
And
I can
what's
confirm
sad,
that.
too, is what you alluded to was, the 1.1 update or whatever. That's literally, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to block spoilers, but they also know, fuck, dude, this is the version. This is the version that we have. Because, again, there's no way they're going to be able to fix all this shit, all this pop-in issue.
Oh, my Lord.
That's
the biggest problem
related.
with this game. I mean, man... honestly, if you go too fast in the car, even if you're not going, sometimes the game literally has to slow down. It's like they have a mechanism within the code that has to just slow your car down. I'm not even kidding. It's not a fucking, ability. It's just a fucking part of the programming. I'm not even shitting you. Because sometimes if you go too fast, you'll hit an invisible wall and you'll think, what the fuck stopped me? Oh, it's a car that didn't load in. You know what I mean? It's fucking insane. And I'm not trying to exaggerate. It's just the reality of the situation. I just need people to lower their expectations. I don't want anyone to cancel their pre-order. In fact, keep it locked in because you guys need to see this. Now, a lot of people are going to be on PC with the high-end SSD and a 3080 and all that shit. Well, obviously, you're going to be in a way better spot. You're going to be in a way better spot. I get that, but still, it's going to be probably a buggy. There's just no way that it can't be buggy.
I have a PC, right?
Absolutely.
I don't have the fucking best PC out there.
Right.
I have a PC, and when this game comes out, I'm gonna see because dude,
well, that's the thing. That's the thing on PC. It's on PC, it's going to be the most up-to-date version. So even if there is this magical day one patch, because you can't play it physically, even if you get the collector's edition for PC, it's all code shit. It's all digital.
Exactly.
So they control that scene over there, and I think that's what they're doing for review codes. Because right now it wouldn't make sense to send out PS4 or Xbox One codes because those aren't up to date supposedly with this magical unicorn day one patch. They've assembled the fucking A-team from professionals all around, all across the globe of programmers who are going to fix the whole fucking game. So I'm assuming PC for review copies. I don't know though. This is a shit show. This is a mess. It's a cluster.
But even for PC, bro, and this is what I'm scared of too. The NPC abundance, if there's going to be 2 fucking NPCs on a street, that concerns me.
Well, I mean, honestly, it doesn't even matter because there's no point of them. There's no point of the NPCs. You can fucking hit talk, and sometimes they don't even respond. Sometimes they say one fucking word.
Dude, honestly, this is, like you said, bro, this is the last hope for us. Like, this is it.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. I needed this game to be everything that we were told that it was. Yeah. But I don't know where that version is. Maybe another year or so in the fucking works. I don't know, man.
Or never, yeah. Who fucking
well,
knows,
that would
bro?
be even sadder. That would be even sadder, man. I mean, look, there's quantity here. There's the game keeps spamming with side quests.
Yeah, but nobody wants side. It depends, though. You get what I'm saying? If it's like side quests that are to go to enterable buildings, and there's like 100 of them, fuck yeah, bro. But like, dude. What are they?
Yeah,
fucking kill enemies in this
I'm gonna have
area?
to do some. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some side quest stuff because honestly, I haven't found any, interior shit where it's like, I mean,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm just perplexed as you. And I've experienced it, but, maybe on PC you guys will have much better luck. I don't know. But if you're playing on 2013 hardware-based PS4-based Xbox One, just strap the seatbelt in right now because we're going to go off the fucking cliff of Mount Everest. You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen here.
Dude, I saw the leak gameplay. Dude, it's fucking so bad, bro. It is so bad.
It is.
It's almost like, bro, CDPR would like. Are you guys? It's almost on the verge of like, yo, fraud, bro. It's almost fraud, honestly.
Yeah,
That's how
I don't
bad it
even know
is.
how they were able to pass any certification shit. I mean,
Yeah,
and on the
yeah,
PS5,
and I'm being
yeah.
completely honest here. It's almost fraudulent how bad the base PS4 version is. And if people who saw the leak saw it, they would understand too. It is bad, bro.
Oh,
And it's
absolutely.
like,
Yeah,
dude,
I'm not exaggerating. I wish I were. I wish I were
yeah,
coming on here and exaggerating. And maybe I mean, that would be in a better spot because if I were exaggerating, then you would play me like, oh, it ain't too bad, Michael. And I know a lot of reviewers are going to gloss over that shit and go, oh, it's a little buggy, but I looked past that and I played the story. And you know what? I was just blown away with that narrative and the amount of side quests. Holy shit, it's next level. I mean, no, it's really not. There's nothing next level so far. And, I'm continuing to progress the story. I want to get through it because Dreamcast Guy, he's been saying a lot today, but Dreamcast Guy, and I'm not going to say what he said about the campaign length, but that is now coming into question. He's been saying that, I don't know. There's rumor that he said the campaign length wasn't really, it wasn't like this, okay? So, if that's the case, if, the campaign is not where it needs to be either, in terms of length. So we could be talking about.
And you see too on your, because I saw your retweet or something on Twitter. You retweeted somebody's where like, bro, it's just so bad.
I know. Please, guys, go to twitter.com/MichaelDoesLife. It's not me plugging my Twitter. I couldn't care less if you follow me, but I need you to scroll down on my Twitter just a little few inches, and you will see the cracks. Twitter.com/MichaelDoesLife. I retweeted what people have leaked if it's still up.
And honestly, like in all honesty, and there's a fuckload of people here too, Michael. There's been I know,
and I just need them to consider. Not do it, but just consider lowering their expectations. That's all I need from people. If you can take something away from these videos and these streams, just please consider lowering the expectations a tad bit, please. Because again, if you go in,
once if you go to Michael's Twitter and you see those videos, you're gonna get the full picture.
They probably won't because they're gonna come at me and they're gonna say, "Oh, but Michael, we saw them, and we came back here and we weren't really that shocked because that's just the day one version, Michael." It doesn't matter what you play. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. You can play version 1.0, you can play version 1.0, or whatever the hell it's called, right on this piece of paper. It's the same fucking shit. And this was a 46 gigabyte update. 46 gigabytes to not fix the game. That's the day one update in disguise. I'm not retarded. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not retarded. The day one update's already available. They're playing damage control. I don't care what some designer said over at CD Projekt Red. He's fucking signed NDAs. He signed commitments, contracts, all that shit. They're selling, pushing, promoting the product. That's what you need to understand. There are ambassadors lined up, ready to go, telling you this game's unbelievably amazing. I mean, you have to. The toaster doesn't work. It goes back to the store. I don't wait for the fucking toaster to eventually work. No. Okay? You hand your homework in to the teacher. The teacher says, "Oh, well, you have some comma splices here. It's unfinished on page 3. Well, we're going to take off 50%. Okay? Hey, you tell the teacher, well, Mr. Anderson, my paper, it's sort of done, but, just give me an extra week, and eventually it's going to be ready and complete. Well, Mr. Anderson's going to look at you and say, kiss my foot. That's the reality of it. You have to meet the deadline. You don't meet the deadline, you're fucked.
Yeah, and that's why they kept pushing it back because they couldn't. It was still unplayable. And then they come out PS4 version. They're like, okay, whatever, we have to push it out because it's fucking the Xbox and PS5 are released.
It is so funny. It is so funny. They have in the desert the telephone lines. If you knock down a telephone pole, the lines just are still there, glued in the air. Yeah. I mean, dude, I know people are going to say you're nitpicking, you're this, you're that. I mean, dude, It is just, holy shit, laughably bad.
And, dude, on Alana Pierce's YouTube channel, she did a fucking, I guess they played the game for 16 hours, so, like, they were reviewing it or some shit.
What did they play it on? Not a fucking PS4. Exactly. They played it on a fucking high-end 3090 PC, I bet, Or they streamed it from the fucking cloud on a high-end fucking thing,
Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro.
Honestly, when you really think about it, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but when you really think about it, I think Google Stadia is a viable option for this game because, man, this is a shit show on this console right here. on base PS4. I'm not even kidding, bro. It's not me trolling. It's not, I'm being honest. Because on Stadia, you're going to be playing it on a fucking high end. You can stream it. You don't have to worry about your specs. I'm not even fucking around.
Exactly.
I honestly think that might be a viable option, at least for the time being. Google Stadia.
Yeah, it might, because again, I mean, you don't really need the.
Well, yeah,
the
you don't have to
FPS.
worry about your specifications. You just open up the Google Chrome browser, you play, and it's going to be a better version than what's mastered on PS4 and Xbox One base. Maybe even PS5 at this point, because the next generation update isn't available. You know what I mean? So I honestly think that might be the best fucking version of the game if you cannot afford to go out and buy the new graphics cards that you can't find anywhere. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, or the new consoles you can't find anywhere
Well, that
either.
too.
And it's
That
like,
too. I honestly think that is, man, maybe Stadia is going to turn around here because there might be a lot of new customers.
yeah, maybe. And like, honestly, dude, you have to think too. They're paying fucking $60 for the disc or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Or
Right. Well, it's
$50
already in the bargain bin
this
for $50.
version.
It's still $50, And
Yeah,
I think it should be
exactly,
much cheaper. I
exactly.
think it should be $30, to be honest, because if the campaign length is, if the length comes into question, and I mean, come on, you got to factor all that in here.
Yeah, and I was really wondering about, because they showed in like the PlayStation 5 video on their channel how like it says talk on every NPC, and I was wondering like, oh, if you click it, are there gonna be options?
Yeah, no, there's
But
not. There is nothing. And sometimes, it's not
Fuck.
Red Dead Redemption 2 level. And I know people are going to say,
Yeah.
oh, it's just Red Dead Redemption 2 was a bunch of fields. It wasn't a concrete jungle as Dance of Cyberpunk. It doesn't matter. Dude,
Oh,
GTA 4 from 2008 doesn't even have a dialogue tree. You can't even really interact. But if you bump into someone, they have more lines than the NPCs in Cyberpunk.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
How many
this-
lines do they say? Do they just say one little
Yeah,
like
about
word?
one line.
What?
They saved all of the dialogue for the story. The amount of dialogue for the story is stupid. In fact, it's so stupid that they give you an option to skip through that shit because no one's going to sit through that exposition. And it just goes on and on and on. It drags like a Hallmark fucking movie. Cyberpunk. You can customize every aspect and you can have sex in our game. But that's underwhelming as well.
Exactly. And it's like, even in the one in the 2018, there was still so much fucking dialogue. It was just like blah 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 blah.
Yeah, well, they added in the skip option because they know people are not going to sit through that shit. Even, I mean, unless you're a super hardcore fan, unless your room is plastered with CD Projekt Red posters, a V, and all that shit. Holy hell!
But bro, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest here. I thought it was gonna be better than this. Honestly,
I
honestly
did too.
thought it
I
was gonna
thought,
be
you
a
know
little
what?
bit better.
This is
bad, bro.
Yeah, I thought a few frame rate issues, a little pop-in,
Yeah.
whatever. Every game has pop-in issues, but when I'm getting stopped in traffic for an invisible wall to then have things
That's
load
bad.
in. Dude, one time I was over here, there were two cops standing there, and I thought, well, this is weird. Why are two cops standing here? So I kind of sat around for literally 30 seconds on my PS4, and it's not my PS4, by the way. I sat around, and the crime scene loaded in. The fucking crime scene loaded in. I got footage of this too. I'm not pulling your fucking chain. You will see it soon. I am not. Oh my god,
Dude. And dude, isn't it all the same? I think it also, because I saw a leak gameplay of like the crime scene. It's downgraded, bro. From the 2018.
Well,
to
yeah,
now,
I'm not
it
even.
got
I'm not even
downgraded.
talking about that. I'm just talking about something that was in the open world. But that's been downgraded as well.
Yeah, it's just like, bro.
You know,
this is such a
here's
fucking
like I
game.
said, and I predicted this months ago. It should have been next
Yeah.
generation only. Should have been PC next generation only. That's it. Because had they just left this shit behind, they could have done so much more. Now they have to ensure parity. They have to, all this shit. And as such, now we got to wait until the real game comes out sometime next year, or probably in 2022 at this point. Because I mean, I can't even imagine an online component even functioning in this bitch. When I play this on PS5, it crashes even more than it does on PS4.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Does it look a lot better on PS5?
I mean, not really. I mean, there's
wow.
I mean, I'm playing the base version because you can't play the patch version because they blocked it. They blocked it. Once you get to a specific mission, you cannot progress. So I had to roll back the fucking update and, play the base version because that's playable. The update, that's the day one patch. It's just with a little lock until the damn game, comes out. Then they'll, refresh it and call it version 1.02 or 1.0, whatever. And, these fools will be, easily convinced that this is a brand new patch. But no, it was always there because you didn't know you didn't have the fucking game. I'm literally giving you facts. And now you guys want to go, oh, my God, Michael, there's a creepy boogeyman over there. He going to come get you. No. I ain't the boogeyman, okay? This isn't a rent-free situation. This is the reality. It's a hard pill to swallow, but this is it.
Wait, what happened when did you get into a police chase at all?
Well, yeah, you can cause mayhem, but nothing really, it's just like every other game. Once too much shit's happening on the screen, it's just, I got footage of all of that. I got footage of cops just spawning nearby. It's like, yeah, we're just going so backwards in this medium. It's just not even funny anymore. These developers, they take on these ambitious projects and they try and attempt it on fucking 512 megabytes of RAM, and it's like, well, you can't do much of that. I'm exaggerating, obviously.
See their concept art and what they actually came out with. It's completely different.
It's sad. It's sad. And, of course, we're talking about base PS4. I want to make that clear. Base PS4, presumably base Xbox One as well. And, the next generation consoles don't necessarily have, that next-gen patch. That's not coming until, whenever. Yeah. So, again, I think, honestly, PC is your best option. You don't have a gaming PC, I think Stadia is the next place to look. I'm not even kidding. I honestly think that's your best bet. If you want to have – I know that sounds retarded. I know that sounds stupid. I know that doesn't go against, that goes against the, Stadia sucks and this, that, and the third. But at this point, it might be a viable option just for the time being. Because, dude, you play this on 2013 hardware, you're going to see some serious shit. But maybe that's what the entertainment's all about. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you have to think there's some hardcore fanboys, and if it doesn't function on PS4, I don't think they'll mind playing it on Stadia because, again, it's not a multiplayer game, so you're not
right. Well, Stadia, you're playing it on a high-end PC essentially, but you're streaming it in a browser, so it's going to be different.
Yeah,
there's going to be less popping because you're playing it on a high-end fucking server or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not on the 2013 hardware with a mechanical fucking disk drive. If you have a mechanical disk drive on PC, you're probably going to experience the same thing. I think that has a lot to do with it. I think the SSD of the PS5.
I'll let you know because I have a disk drive. So if it fucks up, I'll know.
Oh, you don't have an SSD?
I do, but the SSD doesn't hold a lot at all.
Well, I mean, maybe make some room because you might have to. You only need about, at least right now, 110 gigs.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, well, that's with the day one patch, and I know these people are like, "Oh, that ain't the day one." I'm not tired of arguing. I'm tired of it. It is the day one patch. Deal with it because if it isn't,
I have 110 gigs only on my fucking SSD.
Well, then you're out of luck. It's over.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. It's over.
All right.
Hell yeah, appreciate you. Move the wheels. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
Hey, man. So I see you put up that thing about Cyberpunk, yeah?
What does that mean? I put up that thing about Cyberpunk. That's so vague to me. That means nothing to me. You're going to call in and be hollow and vague.
No.
Well, what do you want?
I see you looked into the nuts and bolts of it. Does that mean, like the code? Have you been looking at the code?
Look, I'm not no engineer, I'll tell you that. But, we're looking at the framework. We're looking at the open world design. We're looking at the sound design. We're looking at things like that. You guys might be blown away with the narrative. You guys might be blown away with the amount of side quests, okay? And I'm sure there are redeeming factors and redeeming qualities, but the amount of fucking bizarre-ass shit that I've seen, it's just, unfathomable. I got it all recorded. Yeah. It's ready to go. It's on a USB stick. I will compile it, and you will see the cracks, but everyone else will as well.
All right. Yeah, I know a friend who, he was playing Cyberpunk early, and you said it was like Pearl Harbor dropping.
No, I didn't say shit like that, you piece of shit. You're done.
Cyberpunk game of the DK. Cyberpunk game of the DK. Trust me,
Well, how much? Jason Schreier!
This is world-class investigative journalist. Jason Schreier calling in. I need everybody to understand that Michael's a big fat fucking fraud.
No bullshit.
He's a fucking fake box. He has a fake box. We can all fucking.
Oh yeah, such a fake fucking box. I mean, Schreier, you give me that.
Fucking have the game. You haven't played the game at all.
No, I got the game, okay? You can look at my How do I have trophies if I have a fake box and a fake game? Explain that to me. Explain
it to me. Profile, the last thing you play with Demon Souls, which you have 0 trophies in.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
You make Dylan play all your fucking games. You fucking fake
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, fake game, fake box. I mean, I just hired a 3D printer to fucking, hired a guy with a 3D printer to do all that for me. Hey, come on, Schreier. Get some fucking better bait. Go back to V. Go back to Reddit. Go back to Reset Era. Explain to me this, Jason Schreier. Explain this to me, Jason Schreier. Why is there no full nudity in this game?
Because that is disgusting. That is dehumanizing.
Oh, here we go with that bullshit. You want to be politically correct. I mean, so incredibly sad. No, they said you can roam around full nude. You cannot.
Huh?
No, yeah, haul my ass. I mean, go back to Bloomberg and get a job.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna make 50 more articles about
Yeah, go
Cyberpunk
ahead and
being
do it. I don't
crushed,
care,
and that's why
Schreier.
the game is in such a poor shape. But let me tell you something, the game's still gonna get 90 plus on Metacritic. That's what you need to understand, Michael.
Well, I don't give a shit what it gets, because you know that's the reality.
People are gonna love the game.
Well, no shit, because these people are brainwashed. They don't care about the nuts and bolts. They don't care about the framework. That's the reality. They only care about graphic stuff. Well, they don't even have that in this game. You know, they got great art direction, but that's about it.
The critics are gonna love the game, Michael. That's what you need to understand, not just the game.
Well, no one cares about
but
what
the
these
actual
ambassadors have to
critics.
think. They're obviously influenced, okay? I'm not. You know, look, if I were blown away, I'd come on here and say, holy fuck, go out and buy this, pre-order it immediately. But I'm not having that experience. So what do you want me to say, Schreier? You want me to come on here and chill? No, you can kiss my foot.
You're doing clickbait right now, Michael. How
Oh,
dare
it's not
you? How
clickbait. You're
dare
done. You're done, Schreier. Tired of it. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael, the problem isn't with Cyberpunk 2077, okay? The problem is with you, and it's so incredibly sad. You're part of the Losers Club. You gotta do something about it,
No,
Michael.
you need to get better
It's
bait, okay? And not only that, you need to get a better
sad.
script.
So
No, the problem
incredibly
is
sad.
with
You
you.
lost the election. You lost the election.
Oh, yeah, I lost. I mean, come on. Hello, you're on the air. Well, we got a big issue there. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Mike.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, this is Shovel Guy, man. Jeffrey
Oh, dude, it might be that time. This is crazy,
yeah,
bro.
Man. Bro. Yeah, 6 feet under, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a possibility. And it might be that wake-up call that people need.
Listen, man, all I want to ask you is one question. The only question that I'm surprised nobody has asked you yet.
Really?
On your investment, are you getting your return on investment?
Well, I hope.
Yeah. So you think it's worth investing in it?
Well,
and I'm talking about a gamer. I'm talking about game-wise. You know, I'm talking about like a real gamer. You know, we sit down for an hour. We sit down for 30 minutes. We sit down for 3 hours. It doesn't matter. But are you getting your return of investment in this game?
Well, there is a lot to do, but it really depends. I mean, if you like The Witcher, I think you're going to feel right at home with this. I mean, that's probably what it is.
I did not like The Witcher,
Okay,
man.
well,
I returned it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, people told me in The Witcher that when you talk to NPCs, they only say one thing too. So to me, that's inexcusable. Yeah. You know, I mean, but this game is way buggier than The Witcher, probably. I mean, I haven't played The Witcher, so I don't know. But this game is one of the buggiest games, one of the buggiest AAA titles that I've seen in years.
Well, that's unfortunate, man, because this is supposed to be like, a futuristic game. Like, why can't we fly? Why
oh
can't we,
man,
like,
I know why you couldn't fly. If you can't even drive on the fucking road, can you imagine? Holy hell!
I mean, I'm just saying, like, why can't this game be, an escape from everything that's supposed to be tangible now, nowadays, supposedly,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you can get lost and you can. I mean, there's time to kill. If that's what you're hinting at. I mean, there's time to kill here in this game, no doubt about it. But is it really worthwhile? That's up to you. But right now the game's in a broken state. Yeah. Right now the game isn't really all that detailed or depth. There's just no detail there's no depth to the detail. And GTA 4 from 2008 is a more detailed game. Is a more detailed game in terms of the open world.
I got the game as a birthday present when I was 12 years old. So I get it.
Hell yeah. Well, that's Rockstar. They don't fuck around. I know the internet loves to hate on Rockstar, but they don't fuck around. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a less buggy game. Even without any updates. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a less buggy game. That's a fucking masterpiece from beginning to end. In terms of the technicalities, sound design's way better. NPC interactions are way better. Oh, but Michael, Red Dead's totally different. It ain't a dance city. Well, look at fucking whatever it is, Saint Denis. Blackwater, Saint Denis. I mean, that's pretty fucking dense, right? So, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
If they pulled it off, I don't know why.
I clocked out of this game. Yeah, I clocked out of this game like 6 months ago, man. I'm not gonna invest in it at all. I'm done with it.
Well, it's pretty much DRM. Yeah, it's pretty much DRM free and on the PC. So I mean,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate you.
I appreciate your content.
Hell yeah.
And I hope you have a great show, buddy. I appreciate it.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
That's suspicious. Hello, you're on the air. Yeah, you laughing at the lazy millennial devs over at CD Projekt Red? That's what you're doing? It's so incredibly sad. You're done. Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air.
Yo, this fucking game is so trash, it's not even funny. I have a fucking early copy
Really?
and I've never seen anything like this in my fucking life.
Are you trolling?
No, I'm not trolling. This
What do you have it for? What do you have it for?
Base PS4.
You fucking serious right now, bro?
Yeah, dude, this shit is unbelievable. Driving
Are you
a
playing
fucking
along to the
car?
show, or are you being legit?
I'm dead serious.
Well, this is
Dead
great.
serious.
This is great. Hold on.
This fucking game.
Yeah.
I know you know it. I'm not going to spoil anything, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Right.
I don't want people to have their.
I sincerely hope you're not trolling because I would love to talk to someone who actually has the game.
I am not fucking trolling. I got the collector's edition fucking early. This shit is fucking horrible with or without patch.
Right.
Dude, when you get into a car, number one, the fucking NPCs off the bat, they look worse than the N64.
I know.
The Ocarina of Time NPCs look fucking better than this, man. You pull a fucking guy out of the car. You start driving, the game, it destabilizes. It
I know.
Fucking keep up.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck's going on? Sometimes the fucking the map just disappears. It just can't do it.
And this is it's deep rooted in the fucking engine, and that's why it's shit on PS5 too, because they had to put limitations in the code.
Exactly,
with the
sure
popping
parity
and all this shit.
Yeah,
so it
sure
doesn't matter
parity.
when you scale it up. When you go onto PS5, the shit it's still dog shit with the fucking popping. And it's even worse on the PS4. It's unbearable.
Oh, I know.
This wouldn't even pass as early access.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: did you update the game to the patch version, 40 gigs?
I did.
Okay.
I did, and then I wanted to try it without the fucking patch, but I can't even be bothered at this point. Like it's fucking trash. In general, this.
Okay,
wouldn't
so
even pass
what you're saying is you played it with the patch, the latest patch that you've never played it without the patch?
I have when I first popped the disc in, but I'm not going to go back. Like, there's no point. It's trash either way. Like,
yeah, I know. It doesn't really do anything, especially on base PS4. I mean,
I don't think people understand what a day one patch is, but even if they add a patch on the fucking 9th when the game comes out, it's not going to fix. This is like a deep-rooted technical issue.
They would have to have more than a month.
The hardware can't keep up with.
Exactly. There's nothing they can do. They would have to just dial some things back. And I mean, man, it's just so sad.
The NPC interactions are dog shit. Like when you go up against the Night City PD, like if you fight a fucking NPC, like it's the most ridiculous fucking thing. Like they just fumble around.
I know the physics are terrible.
God, the physics! Don't even get me started with the physics. If you crash a car into fucking anything, it wouldn't even pass as a fucking project for a fucking college course. Like if you fucking coded the physics on it, it's ridiculous.
I know it's honestly it's just a nightmare right now, and sometimes I don't even feel like
GTA 5 came out on the fucking PS3 and in the 360, and it had better car physics. Like
even
how are we going
GTA 4.
backwards?
Yeah, I don't understand. It's seriously
GTA 4 has comparable car physics, which is it's insane to me. We're it's 2021 basically at this fucking point, and how we have a game like this? It doesn't make they teased the fucking thing in 2013, which was a fucking mistake from the get-go.
Oh, absolutely.
And then they had The Witcher 3. That must have fucked the development for sure. So maybe they had 4 solid years of actual like fucking pure coding, getting to the fucking gears. They had 4. It still doesn't make sense. They had 4 years, and this is what they fucking produced. They teased it at 2013 at the start of the fucking generation, and they couldn't optimize the fucking game for the generation. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand. I honestly am just.
There's no excuse.
I'm
like,
bewildered.
People are gonna come out and say it's okay, just buy it on fucking next gen, guys. It's gonna be great there. No, but they had so much time to develop for this fucking current gen, but the game's dog shit on this gen. It doesn't. Everybody's buying it on fucking PS4 or Xbox. And the game's shit on there.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't matter if it's good on PS5.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe Stadia, if you don't have a gaming PC and you can't, build a great one now because the new cards are sold out. But, honestly, if you have a terrible PC and you're like, well, I can't play it, and you don't want to play it on base, honestly, Stadia might be the way to go because you're going to be playing it on a high-end PC off the fucking browser. Yeah, that's not ideal. Maybe it's not what people want to do. But I'm telling you, like this caller is saying and can attest to, the fucking base PS4 is a nightmare.
I can't even imagine what it's like on the fucking Xbox because that's even.
Oh my god! I know. Holy shit!
Well, there's only really there's 3 options. Either you play it on PC. If you're anyone listening, just hop on fucking Pirate Bay on the 9th and just pirate it. It's a day one pirate.
Yeah,
it's definitely not a day one buy. Just pirate that shit right off the bat. Save yourself the fucking time. Or get GeForce Now or fucking Stadia. You cannot play this shit on a base console. Or if you have an X or a Pro, you're good to go. I think it'll be a little bit better.
Yeah,
like the game's shit, but the atmosphere, like if you just want to drive around in Night City and you want to have a fucking cool atmosphere and that's all you're looking for, the game will deliver with that. Like Night City looks cool, but it doesn't look cool when the fucking shit's popping in every 5 seconds.
That just kills the immersion.
Popping begins
yeah,
3 feet in front of you.
I know. Yeah, and on my PS5, I'm playing version 1.0 because you can't, at a certain point, I don't know how far you are in the story, but there's a certain mission where you cannot get past with the updated version.
Yeah. When you're on the helicopter and you're shooting the turrets, and you cannot go forward.
Yeah,
it's a fucking forced. It's a forced. It's a check.
Jeffrey
They don't want you to go past
donated
that.
$20 through
They're
Super
doing
Chat.
some scummy shit.
I
know,
They're
and
flagging
no one is
everyone
reporting on that.
So hard for
The
what? If your
shovel must
game's
come
good, you
out.
don't flag.
It's time.
I should document it because eventually that version's going to get erased and no one's ever going to know about it. They're like, oh my god, what are you talking about? But I think they deliberately did that because it's totally different in version 1.0. The turrets aren't even in that scene.
Yeah, you cannot progress.
I know. So I rolled it back because I wanted to see more of the game, and now I can complete the whole thing. Jeffrey Vargas, thank you, Skeleton. Once again, please put up a chair. Really appreciate you.
No, the game's in incomplete fucking state. Complete, like they have either they gotta do some fucking crazy patch, which it's impossible. On a technical fucking basis, they cannot do a day one patch that fixes these issues. It's impossible.
It's honestly,
literally impossible.
I agree. I mean, they're going to have to cleverly think of ways to alleviate some of these issues and do it in a way where it's like, okay, maybe it's not as obvious. They're going to have to just dial shit back to kind of get this more stable. Because like you said, you go too fast in the car. Even if you don't even go too fast, you just walk around, walk up to an NPC. And I got footage of this, by the way. They just don't even fucking load in.
No, the thing is, this is a real fucking bad thing for gaming in general because this is setting a very bad precedent for all future open world games because it's going to turn around where people are just going to make games whenever in the future it's just going to be dog shit open world games, and that's what's going to be coming out here because this was like a real good chance for them to set the bar for next gen. Yeah, this is going to be this is how open world games are going to be, but instead we got a fucking prologue that's 6 hours long and blocks parts of the open world off.
Yeah, I know. I am tired of that crap.
They're blocking parts of the world off, man.
I know.
That's immersion killing.
Yeah, it's like, what is this, Grand Theft Auto 3 from 2001,
I can't remember I can't remember a recent game where I literally fucking go to a blocking point and it tells me there's nothing there for you and it sends me back.
Yeah, but not only that, if you because the bridges are a little, blocked off or whatever, they got roadblocks. If you go out and swim and try and it literally fucking resets you. It's so retarded.
It's bad in general. I don't know. They have a lot to do to fix it.
Yeah.
There's like so many fucking glitches, like where you go to a window and it sends you fucking like 500 meters back. Like there's just like game breaking fucking bugs. Try to jump through a window and it sends you flying. Like it's just physics fucking errors in the fucking engine. This shit is literally fucked.
Absolutely.
Completely.
I agree. And I appreciate you calling in. Now, let me ask you this one last thing. What do you think reviewers are going to say? Because, there's rumors that they might be out as soon as tomorrow. But, I mean, do you think people are going to downplay some of these issues?
For sure. I mean, some might not. It depends on what they're playing it on. If they're playing on console, if someone's playing on the base
I doubt.
They have to address that.
Right.
But if they're playing it on PC, I think it'll be a decent game on PC. I think in the end of the day, if they patch it and they fix everything, it'll be an average game. And that's even worse, I think, than being a bad game.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, even with, all of it, even if they got it to a point where it's way more stable and, you can forget about some of that stuff. I mean, what you said, it's pretty much just like, I mean, I don't see anything really here that's
I don't think it's a bad game, but there's nothing. It's like it's shallow. It's a shallow open world game. Everything looks cool.
Yeah.
But there's nothing really to do. Like the fucking dialogue. Like, dude, Keanu Reeves is the character's fucking trash.
Yeah, it's not really impressive.
It's a horrible performance. It's a horrible performance.
Well, they only had him in the studio for probably about a day, and they had to get it done.
Like that's probably one of the weakest links of the game. Like
and that's supposed to be
links.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be like this fucking cool moment where it's like, yeah, Silverhand, he's got a cool gun and all that shit, and woo.
Yeah, saddle up. If I was you, I would go chase after that girl. But the situation is different. Like the fucking lines are cringy. Like, the guy says cringy fucking lines. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They had 7 years, and they produced
I don't know.
an average game in 7 years.
Yeah, what I think
what
what happened is they had different versions of the game, and they just kept scrapping and scrapping and scrapping, and then eventually in 2016 or 17, maybe they finally locked into what they.
Who has prologue block?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna let you put someone else on
bro, I appreciate you.
All right, take it
care.
easy.
Sergi, hold on. Let's go ahead and read this because this is interesting what this guy's saying here. Okay, that's not popping up in my window here. Hold on. He said something about Red Dead Redemption 2 prologue block. What are you talking about, buddy? Yeah, I can't even find it because of the chat on this. Let me refresh this here. That guy was telling it like it is. I don't know if he was trolling. He said he had it. I guess we just got to take his word. Let me go ahead and try and find that. I wanted to see what that said. Here we go.
Bob Bakedodge donated £2 through Super Chat. Is the bugs as bad as Kingdom Come on release?
Never played that, so I couldn't compare it to that, but I'll tell you what, this makes Mafia 3. Mafia 3! A game that is notoriously buggy and broken. That's better than this. Mafia 3 without a patch is literally more stable. Performs better than this. I am not fucking around. Okay, Red Dead Redemption 2 has prologue block. What does that mean? That is not true. I don't know what that means. Terrible troll. Mafia 3 is a more, and that's a very buggy game, especially on, well, not only console, but PC as well. Mafia 3 is less buggy than this game right here. Again, if you're just tuning in, I'm not pulling your chain. This isn't a fake copy, as some people would love you to believe, okay? Real deal, okay? Here's the collector's edition. Oh, my God, Michael, you just wait until that day one patch. I'm waiting. Please, deploy it, Throw it out there. Because it isn't going to fix anything. Like that guy said, I think these problems, they stem from, the deep code, the architecture. What can be done? What can be done? That's the big question. They have to ensure parity.
Rashita79 donated $5 through Super Chat. Guerrilla Games released their first AAA open-world game in 2017 and had flawless gameplay with groundbreaking graphics. This is CDPR's second open-world game.
Yeah, but you already know the comparisons. Oh, that doesn't compare because it's Horizon Zero Dawn. It's just out in the field and the robot dinosaurs. This is a verticality city. It's very dense. And, they're gonna continue to make excuses. But, it's funny because they say that about Red Dead, yet you go into St. Denis, and yeah, the frame rate drops in Red Dead Redemption 2 tremendously, but, it's not doing anything. This is crazy! It's crazy!
Sergey Diumen donated $6 through Super Chat. Adiatu in prologue you cannot leave mountain by killing you with freezing.
What does that mean? Why are you guys bringing up Red Dead Redemption 2 as if, that's a brand new fucking game? Dude, okay, Red Dead Redemption 2 in prologue, you cannot freeze mountain by killing, so? Hey, at least you can progress. Because when you update Cyberpunk here, they deliberately put out the day one patch in disguise, and they blocked off to prevent spoilers, and people have figured that out, so they rolled it back, and, you can still play the entire game. Honestly, maybe there's no reason to buy this physically. Yeah, you're missing out on a bunch of cool shit it comes with, like the map and stuff, but you pretty much have to update this game, or will want to. So, you're going to have to wait around for the download to continue. And if you're on PS4, PS4's got terrible Wi-Fi. Let's continue to move the wheels. Hello, you're on the air. Well, I cannot hear this person, so we're going to continue to move. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, buddy. I got a couple questions for you.
Right.
So, I watched yesterday's stream, and I was late to today's, but I am curious. Did you end up getting a chance to play the game on PS5 yet?
Yeah, I have been playing it on PS5 now.
And is it better than the base PS4?
Well, I think the pop-in is a little bit less severe, and I think that's due to the SSD, even though it's not optimized for it, presumably, right?
Yep.
I'm not an engineer, but the pop-in is still there, but it's seemingly less severe.
Sure. Sure. And then you had just mentioned, this game is supposed to be a vertical fucking open world game. As far as the verticality goes, do you have access to even I know yesterday you mentioned that your first mission was climbing on top of a tower. As far as verticality goes in Night City, do you have the capability of actually scaling any of the buildings and getting on top of those? Like, how real world is it? Do you have access to getting into doors and fucking seeing inside any buildings that aren't directly correlated with the storyline?
Well, that's a great question, but I have an unfortunate answer for you, and the answer is, I haven't seen much verticality outside of when they're, telling you to do whatever, go up the tower, and I mean the interior stuff. I mean, dude, I haven't seen any of that, so I don't know. If I got to put more time into it, I'm going to try and get as far as I can tonight, because I know eventually the floodgates are going to open and everyone's going to have their videos coming out. But I just maybe this has to progress further. I don't know, but right now the interiors, the lack of interiors, I mean that's all of that's really concerning.
Yeah, and then a couple more questions.
Right,
I don't want to keep you long, but as far as the gun mechanics go and the driving mechanics, I mean. I remember when I first got into like the first Watch Dogs, it was complete fucking ass, like absolutely unplayable. Comparable to like, a game like GTA, where I hate to like compare it to another, but as far as like driving mechanics and gun mechanics, like that game, as far as an open world game, I know it's different because it's not as much of an RPG as Cyberpunk is, but like, how are the gun mechanics and how is the driving mechanics shy of the bugs?
Yeah, well, I mean the driving.
Like, is it laggy? Is it super responsive? Is it shit?
Well, I've noticed a big delay on PS4. I mean, when I turn left on the car, it takes a few seconds for it to kind of like do it. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe you can tinker around with that in the settings, but I mean, the driving, the shooting, it's all serviceable. I'm not necessarily totally impressed with all of it, but I mean, it works. It's serviceable. I mean, it's just maybe not 100%, mind blowing.
Yeah, and then I think lastly, I might have one more question after, but IGN is kind of like the network that I really like to go to for game reviews, and in the past they've definitely led me astray by not highlighting these issues. And I think number one, fuck the haters that keep coming into your chat and your calls and just bullshitting you. I think what people don't understand is that you have to think about the majority of gamers and what kind of console they have. And unfortunately, a lot of people do have a base PS4 still and base Xbox One. Granted, like you have a PS5. I haven't had a chance to grab one yet because of the scalpers, but I do have a fucking awesome PC that I've built. And a lot of people don't have access to those things. So a majority of the people will be playing this on the base PS4 and PS5. Base PS4 and Xbox. So I'm curious. Somebody like IGN, who all the gameplay they've shown actually looks pretty fucking cool, and I feel like they are a major corporation, so maybe they're being slipped some dollars to keep their mouths shut and only preview the game on the higher end consoles and PC, which they've really only shown gameplay on fucking PS4 Pro and a high end PC. Sorry, do you think that they are going to be truthful about these issues up front?
Well, it depends if they get that version in. I mean, I don't think CD Projekt Red is going to send anyone the PS4 version. You know what I mean? I think they're going to send them the PC version and say, hey, if you guys are going to review this, please ensure you have these, requirements or whatever. I think so. As such, I think you're going to see high scores. I think, some of that, the bugs and stuff are going to be downplayed and muted because maybe people aren't even going to review that version of the game.
Yeah. Were you able to get past that turret mission on PS5?
Yeah, but I had to. You cannot update the game right now. I think they deliberately blocked it out to prevent spoilers. A clever way to do it. So you go back to the what's mastered on the disc, and you can get past that. And I mean, I've been seeing way worse shit, in terms of the bugs and stuff. I mean, I've seen one NPC just stand on the hood of a car, and I'm like, what are we supposed to be doing here? I mean, it's just the most insane thing.
And then I think the embargo lifts tomorrow.
Yeah, that's.
Is it tomorrow?
I mean, that's the rumor right now, and I'm assuming that it will. I mean, it has to release soon because the game's coming out soon. So I assume it will.
Then for the sake of the embargo lifting, have you already started putting together a montage video that you're going to upload?
Well, I mean, I got a lot of clips, but I haven't really been. I mean, I'm trying to put so much time into the game, and and that fucking bullshit's prevented me. It wasted so much time that I had to restart the entire story because if you update the game and then roll it back and try and load your file, your saved file. It's corrupted. So I had to uninstall the update, play it, so I can get past the fucking mission to do more shit in the game because, you know, it opened up a few more things and it feels a little bit better now. But, you know, in terms of, you know, activities to do and what have you, because it's less locked down. But, you know, because, you know, you have to put so much time just to get to the damn title screen, which is crazy. But, yeah.
And then I swear this is my last question because
no
I'm sure this is something that is on a lot of people's minds. Those that are watching and those that will watch this video later, you do a great job of critiquing it, and I know you're keeping it real. And as a gamer that, just like you, has probably been playing for at least 15 years, if not more, are there any redeeming qualities of the game?
Well, they're. I mean, the art direction is great. The soundtrack is pretty fucking kino, you know. But right now, I mean, nothing is blowing me away. You know, not the gunplay, not the driving, not. I mean, I haven't done any side missions, to be fair. And maybe there's. I mean, they're spamming me constantly, fucking so many side missions, which is cool. But are they going to be really interesting? I don't know yet. You know, maybe they are, and maybe that is going to be a redeeming factor. But so far, I'd say the art direction, the soundtrack, the sound design isn't all that impressive. But you know, again, maybe I think a lot of people might enjoy the narrative. For me, it seems like it was really rushed as well, just kind of the way it sort of flows, the momentum, sort of the editing. But right now, I can't say anything that's just, you know, blowing me away and my jaw's on the floor.
And minus the graphics and minus the look and feel, as far as the gameplay goes, is it anything comparable to, say, like a Skyrim or a Fallout?
Well, I don't know if it has as much depth as that, to be honest.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
disappointing.
again, I'm not going to come on here and say that I'm like, you know, nearly completing the game, you know, because I just had to get through that bug bullshit. But, you know, that deliberate bug seemingly that prevented people from leaking the game. But, you know, with the version 1.02. But, you know, I mean, I'll put more time into it, and we'll probably come on here tomorrow and see how the landscape is. If the reviews are out, it's just going to be interesting to see how this ultimately unfolds and where the chips fall. But right now, this isn't. If I had to give it a score, I'd probably give it somewhere between a 5 and a 7, right in there, 5, 6, or 7. You know, depending on my mood.
As you've progressed past that helicopter mission, have you noticed an improvement with the NPCs, or are they still doing bullshit?
No, it's still the exact same. Just very shallow, very just, you know, one line of dialogue. They repeat it if you keep going back up to them. I mean, it's just weird because, you know, you look at a game like Red Dead Redemption 2, and I know it's a totally different open world game, but, you know, I mean, they have a big city in that game, Saint Denis, and, you know, they were able to have all of this NPC dialogue, and it was just like, damn, this feels fucking next level in a lot of ways. Some ways it didn't, but you look at this and it's just like, what year is this? I mean, it's just, you know, it promises to be this crazy game that's, you know, I've heard from the previews many months ago that this is going to be that game that redefines the medium, and it's like, where is that? Where is that? You know, is that the PC version only? I mean, I don't know. But I will tell you, there's so much dialogue with the story that they even have you can hold to skip all of it. You know, I mean, because it just goes on and on and on.
It's almost like No Man's Sky all over again, where they fucking just hyped the fuck. I mean, this happens so often with AAA titles where they spend so many fucking years on it and then release a pile of dog shit. Like,
yeah, I mean, Well, there were so many telling signs that this was probably going to happen because they were so reluctant. They never showed off any gameplay running on the base hardware, and that was always a sign that I talked about. You know. Hey, why aren't they showing this game running on base PS4, base Xbox One? They're showing it on, you know, the consoles. I mean, they're showing it on Xbox One X, which is discontinued. Xbox One X, they don't produce that console anymore. You know what I mean? Xbox Series X, you can't find that anywhere. PS4 Pro, yeah, a lot of people have that, but it still has mechanical drive in it, and the PS5 is sold out everywhere as well. So it's either high-end PC or you're stuck with this, and I'm telling you right now, at least as of this recording, not good.
Yeah, no. Hey, one more thing for the chat, because I haven't been able to find anything. But if anybody in the chat can drop a link to videos like leaked gameplay, I don't give a fuck at this point. I just want to see this in action. I know you don't want to fuck your channel over.
Yeah, all right. Well, no, you go to my Twitter. I retweeted some leaked gameplay. If it's still there, you can do it. So twitter.com/MichaelDoesLife. In fact, it'd be cool if you can, you know, do it right now and I can get your reaction because, It's just on my Twitter. You scroll down a few, a few inches, and you should see them if they're still there. I retweeted what other people upload.
Hang on. Michael Does Life?
Yeah. Twitter.com/Michael Does Life.
Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can find. Is it like the I mean.
No way.
I'm just looking at the screenshot of the end.
Yeah. Scroll down a little more, and you'll see some footage.
Hang on. I'm trying. I mean, even this fucking.
I know. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, the Keanu screenshot. Is there any video gameplay?
Yeah. There should be, unless it got removed.
I think it got removed because I don't.
Let me go ahead and check. Let me go ahead and check. It probably did because it was gaining. Everyone was retweeting it, and it was, that's how that shit works. Let me see here. Yeah, it should be on my page, but hold on. God damn it, why is it? Okay, let me go to my Twitter here and see what's going on here because I retweeted some leaked footage, and
dude, I just want to see the leaked footage so bad.
Yeah, it's gone. It is gone.
Fuck.
Well, hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is gone, and that is unfortunate. Well, they don't want this out there. And look, if the day one patch, I understand that. If the day one patch, but you did see that screen, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Where the NPCs look like they're straight from N64. It's so incredibly sad.
Dude, the fact that they already went gold, I'm pretty sure they already made back their investment, which is really sad. So the fact that like they made that fucking announcement saying that they're going to go after channels publishing this shit, it's just like it's a desperate cry at this point. They're trying to sell as many copies as possible.
Yeah, they're gonna, I mean, they want to control the narrative. And I understand it. Like if they really truly do have, holy shit, this is lagging hardcore on my browser. But if they really truly do have this magical day one patch that is going to rectify, a lot of what's happening right now, then I totally get it. But if they don't have that in the can, or if it's, being overhyped and what have you, then we should be allowed to come out on here and say, you know what, this isn't where it needs to be, at the very least.
Well, and even the fact that right now you've said the install up to this point is 110 gigs, it's reminiscent of fucking Call of Duty and Warzone, where that shit just it'll eat up your entire fucking hard drive to have one fucking game on it, dude.
Yeah, that's just so ridiculous. And, in a game that just doesn't even with all of that space taken, it's just like, where's the stability, performance improvements, just like, because this destabilization shit when you go fast, I mean, you're seeing just, holy shit. It is unreal. There's going to be so many glitch compilation, bug compilation videos, it's not even funny. But again.
Which I'm excited for.
Yeah, I know. If Crobecat, I don't know if you know Crobecat, but he's been away for a long time now. But this is the game that he needs to return to. I know he would get a lot of flack because everyone likes to come at me and say, "Oh, you're playing the day one or the zero. The game's not even out yet. Wait until the day one patch. Wait until the day one patch." But I'm telling you guys, man, you're overhyping the day one patch now.
I appreciate you being a realist, and I also appreciate the crumb of optimism that you have as far as like maybe they're holding back something that they're going to release along with the launch that will fucking be its saving grace. But along with that, I can't help but just envision the entire team crammed in their cubicles right now, freaking the fuck out and not sleeping and trying to figure. Yeah, dude.
I mean, if they're busting their ass, I honestly feel sorry for the team. I mean, if they put their heart and soul into this game and it just turns out to be like this, it is honestly a tragic fucking story.
I'm really hopeful. I did not play. I honestly played maybe 10 minutes of The Witcher 3, and it was I was impressed, and I didn't really see a whole lot of fucking kickback or flack on that game. And removing Cyberpunk as an entity, as far as CD Projekt Red goes, they're an amazing game developer, and
I mean, you can tell that just from the way when you open up the fucking, you get all this cool ass shit, great art, I mean, it's just jam packed full of, you get the map, you get a little lore book, stickers, get all that shit. It's just like, damn, I'm fucking like, dude, I was like, damn, this might be the fucking game of the generation. Then I play it, and it's just like, what is going on here? I mean, I'm just perplexed. I don't understand anything right now. It's just like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Like, this isn't even happening right now. That's how fucking just borked the game is on base PS4. Now, again, the day one update, supposedly that's coming. That's not the one that's up now, which I don't know if I believe that, to be honest, because the update that's available now adds in photo mode. The map is totally different looking. There's a lot of changes already. Even the the version I'm playing now, because I rolled it back, version 1.0, they call them sex workers, and in the update they call them something totally different, like Joy Toy or something. So
Weird.
it's interesting. Yeah, and the map is totally different looking because it's a little weird looking on version 1.0. It's kind of confusing looking, so they changed that. So I honestly think, and I'm not trying to be a pessimist here, but I honestly think the day one update's already out, and what they're going to do is kind of re-put that out, republish it under version 1.02, and they'll unlock the game, because right now the game is blocked.
Word. And I'm curious. I don't know if you've said it yet, or even if you're allowed to disclose it, but how did you manage to get your hands on a copy?
Well, Best Buy had that thing, and it was for sale, and I said, well, let's go ahead and make the investment, and
It was just for sale on the shelf.
Well, no. Yeah, they shipped it out early to people that pre-ordered the collector's edition. So they made a mistake. Best Buy made a mistake, and that's how this kind of all came together. How this all kind of leaked out.
Well, I appreciate you, man, and fuck all these people that are fucking hating and just calling and sending shit post messages. There's only so much time in the day. I don't think you would waste your time trying to shit on a game you're actually not playing.
Exactly. Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate you. Take care.
Take care.
Hell yeah, great caller. One of the best callers in a long time. Hello, you're on the air.
I can't wait.
Oh, here we go. Now we're getting back. Yeah, come on. You can't wait and go to the sewer dump. Hello, you're on the air. Well, you got a 1960s microphone. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael, man, I'm a big fan, man, massive fan. My question for you is, what are the activities around, the open world like?
Well, there's a lot of stuff on the map, and I've been, doing, look, sex is a big theme in this game, and I was so curious to see what the sex worker is all about. It just turns out to be a cutscene that's the same cutscene every time you do it. It's not even a dynamic cutscene. I mean, look, I don't know what I was expecting. Man. Well, it's just not interactive. It's just a cutscene you watch. It's boring. It doesn't really do it. I mean, it's just kind of bizarre. It's a bizarre game. It's a weird game, but...
Yeah.
But there's clothing stores, there's things to do if that's what you're... I mean, don't be concerned about there being nothing to do. I got a fucking folder of side quests. I don't even know how to fucking... you got to have so much time that I just want to, focus on the narrative and see where that takes us here. But
all right, and what's the combat like, do you think?
Hand-to-hand combat's not great.
Yeah, the footage didn't look good of that. I got to be honest.
Well, they didn't do anything. I mean, unless the Day 1 update fixes that as well. I mean, man, if that Day 1 update does everything that everyone thinks it's going to do, it's going to be over 100 gigs.
Jesus, man, that's too much.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Well, I just got to say one more thing, man. We've been talking well and all this, but the last thing I got to say is, man, I pissed on your cat.
I knew you were going to do something stupid. I don't even know what that means. Hello, you're on the air. Dude, get a life. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up?
Well, I'm here.
Hey. Man, what is going on?
That's what I said.
Everything. It's getting to the point, the last few years, it's really gotten to the point that, I don't know if I can trust any of these AAA devs anymore. Yeah. What we see at E3 is not what we're going to get. We can pretty much write that for history from here on out.
Right.
And, even when we do get it, the task force comes out, like we were talking earlier, Day 1 patch. Oh, you got a pre-release copy. It's not supposed to be that way.
Well,
it's
well,
just
they always. I mean, the super fans are always going to have excuses, and that's their security blanket. And I get it. I would probably have excuses as well, because you're holding on to hope. probably false hope at this point that, it's going to deliver in a way that makes sense. But again, if you're playing on PC, which a lot of hardcore fans of this game are, maybe a lot of this of what we're talking about here, or some of this anyway, the technical problems aren't going to be as prominent as they are here on the console. But, in terms of the detail, the depth, the open world, that stuff's still going to be there, and it's shallow, wooden, and pretty hollow. I mean, maybe you guys were saying I'm expecting too much, but even in the animation department, it's not mind-blowing.
No, I think there's no way you can say that you can expect too much. I mean, 8 years.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's the
right?
problem. That's the problem. They should have shut their mouth until they were closer to launch. And I know that's that's not good for business probably, but I mean, it's just this is a prime example of how something could easily backfire when you announce something way too early.
Yeah, it almost makes me wonder if it's got like nuclear problem where some of the core of the game, because they announced it so early, was still left in the game. So like, who knows what part of that game is from 2012 when they first announced it, and what small modern enhancements.
A lot of it does seem like it is from that era. To be honest, like had this came out in 2012, had this came out then, even if it had worse graphics, I would have been like, you know what, maybe there is something here, but. In 2020, 2021, this next level RPG open world experience, I'm not seeing any of that here. Now there is potential.
From the footage, I saw some of the.
Right.
Yeah, I saw some of the footage that was going around and like the carjacking animations and stuff. You're looking at it like, what year is this from?
Sometimes you steal a car in this game and the NPC's in there, but you're pulling out no one. or sometimes, I'm not kidding, or sometimes you're driving and you stop and then an NPC that wasn't in your car, well, they just all finally loaded in and now they run away. They get out and run away. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I said, I was roaming around in the world. There was these two cops just standing there, and I thought, well, that's rather odd. There must be something here. Well, it turns out I was right. The game had to load in the fucking whatever it was loading in, the car, and I mean, it's just it's fucking. I cannot imagine what they're feeling over at CD Projekt Red because they know this has been like this for a long time. They should have canceled the 2013 hardware edition
year too, right? Like, it's at this point, from what you've said and what I've seen. Like there's no reason they should have released it on the base consoles from last gen. Like it's gonna drag their name through.
Well, it's either that or they make no money. Yeah, well, it's either that or they make no money, and they're gonna make big money because everyone has a base PS4. Yeah, everyone has a base PS4, PS4 Pro, Xbox One. Those are the biggest install bases. So you have to. But at the same time, it should have came with the flyer. Literally a flyer that said, you know what, we apologize. Didn't No Man's Sky do that? I swear to God, No Man's Sky did. Right before it came out, he posted on Twitter, Sean Murray did, and he came out and said, you know what, we put our heart and soul into this. They basically apologized without apologizing, and it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah, I remember when they released No Man's Sky, they put stickers on the packages to hide the fact that it didn't have multiplayer. Do you remember that?
Well, that's really deceptive. They're not doing any of that here. It's just, it's one of those things where it needed even more time in the oven. And I predicted this many weeks and months ago. And it's unfortunate that it's seemingly in this state right now, at least on console. Again, high-end PC, especially the new graphics cards, I'm sure you're going to be in a much better spot. And I'm sure you can enjoy the experience a hell of a lot better. But even then, the depth, the open world, the animations, the NPCs and their interactability, all of that seems like it's from 2012. Honestly.
Yeah, it's just
Michael Does Life biggest fan donated $1.99
So what's
super chat.
I mean, what's
Little
next on the
Caesar's
horizon,
biggest
right? Like
fan
after
here.
this game kind of cools down and it's been through everybody's hands, like what's the next big scam coming out of the industry that we're looking at?
Well, I don't know if there's anything on the horizon that was as big as this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this
was
for
in
sure.
the making for years and years and years. I mean, 2013 was a long time ago. The the iPhone that came out in 2013 is this fucking small. You know what I mean? That really puts things into perspective.
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, the best. I mean, it's just crazy. So hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah, thank you. You have a good one.
Michael is Life #1 fan, biggest fan. Think he's calling once again. Please put some chair. Really do appreciate you. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael, I gotta tell you, man, this game is a fucking joke. All right, you were right. You were right the entire time, and you tried to warn us. For months, you've tried to warn us.
Yeah.
Every time, man. And the amount of coping this game is causing, everyone on the internet thinks this is going to be the next coming of Christ, and it's garbage. It's garbage.
Well, I just wish people would consider lowering their expectations at this point. I'm not saying cancel. In fact, I don't need people to cancel their pre-order. Keep it locked in because I need you to experience this as well. This is something that I feel inclined to share. You know, I mean, I wish I could do that, but I can't. You know, and every time there is leaked gameplay, it goes down quick. So.
Michael does like
you're
biggest
completely
fan
right, man.
donated
I mean, like,
$1.99
this was obvious from
through
day
Super
one.
Chat.
The
Sing
gameplay
Pizza
reveal
Man
from the
is
original
coming.
trailer, the game is just so different from what it should have been. It's just everything that's come out about this game, all the new information, it's just gotten worse and worse.
Right. Well, I mean, it's just, you know, they kept delaying it, they kept delaying it. Finally, it's here. And, you know, the fact that they never showed off gameplay on the base consoles, that was always the biggest concern for me, and now we know why. They didn't want it to represent the product, and that's smart, but at the same time, it is a little deceptive because a lot of people are going to be playing it on PS4, base PS4, even PS4 Pro, but that has a mechanical drive as well, and that presumably, it's just, man, you just have to wonder what happened, what went wrong,
Carl
where's the documentary? I would pay for the documentary. Easily.
I would too. And I got one more question for you, Michael. Do you think they should have spent more money on developing the game instead of hiring Keanu Reeves and all these YouTube celebrities?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't found any of the e-celebrities yet, but I wish I could. I'd love to find a lot of. Yeah, I'd love to find a lot of Pierce in the game, but the game's so fucking. You know, it's just like what direction? I mean, is it a side quest? Is it something? You know, is it a random question mark on the map? You know, I still have to put more time into it, and I wish I had more time because eventually, you know, as we get closer to the release. You know, I have a feeling you're going to see 9s, you're going to see 10s, and that's fine. If people enjoy the game and they love it, that's great. But we can't ignore the fact that the game is in a weird, crazy state, and we also can't ignore the fact that a lot of aspects of this game in terms of, you know, game design, it's a little backwards. It's not forward thinking.
Now, everything I've seen shows the enemies as bullet sponges. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
That's terrible.
Well, especially in the beginning, as you level up, it's seemingly not as you know, as big as a concern, but you know, it is a thing.
Is the voice acting? You mentioned that Keanu Reeves is just. Do you think he just phoned it in? Is that kind of what?
Well, I'm sure he didn't have too much time in his schedule, and I mean, you know, it's serviceable, just like a lot of stuff in this game. It works, but you know, it's not like whoa. I mean, I don't think it wasn't a passion project for Keanu. It was just like, hey, you know, his representation contacted Keanu, and they're like, hey, you want to do this game? And he's like, well, how much? And they're like, all right, you know, I mean.
Yeah,
I'm not saying his performance is bad. It's just, you know, I wasn't
half-assed.
You know, it's not, you know. I mean, I've seen some great performances in games, but you know, this might not be one of them.
Now, when this comes out, do you think that it's going to be do you think it's going to be a denial sort of thing? Like, oh, they're going to patch it. It's going to get better. Just wait for the day 10 patch.
Oh Lord, I hope it doesn't continue to keep extending. You know, because right now all of the focus is on the day 1 patch. Everyone knows kind of the PS4 version and the, you know, Xbox One version base. You know, we know. That's where it doesn't need to be. So a lot of weight is being held on that day 1 patch that they're sort of hyping up right now. But I honestly believe, and I know, you know, this might make me sound, you know, tinfoil hat conspiracy theory here, but I honestly think the day 1 patch is already out. It's just in disguise.
Right.
And no one has, I mean, not no one has the game. People have the game, but, you know, maybe 100 or so, 1,000 or so people have the game.
That's crazy.
So,
do you think people are going to turn on the game? Or do you think it's just going to be a sort of like, I don't know myself.
Well, it really depends on it depends on what people are playing on. You know, I mean, like I said, it depends on that day 1 patch. If they really have a brand new patch, if it's really as good as they're, you know, touting it to be or hyping it up or alluding to, then, you know, we will see. But right now, if this is what you guys are going to play and you have a PS4, well, you're going to see some serious shit. If you have a high-end PC with an SSD and very fast, you know, components or what have you, then it might be a much more enjoyable experience.
Yeah. Well, Michael, you're the fucking man.
Hell
you know,
yeah,
Cyberpunk 2077. You're based, man. We love you.
Hell yeah. Take care. Hello, you're on the air. Oh, we got some technical difficulties. Hello, you're on the air. Oh, you son of a bitch. They should have that moment in Cyberpunk.
Hey, Michael, how are you doing today?
Well, I'm here.
That's good. Can you tell me a little about Cyberpunk on PS5?
Well, hold on here. I'm glitching
the frame
out.
rate really bad?
No, on PS, well, the frame rate's not really the biggest concern. I mean, you'll see dips and stuff, but the frame rate's way better than the pop-in. The pop-in is really the big story here.
Yeah, is it like does it like make your TV look really bad when you're playing?
Well, shit just doesn't load in. I mean, I was doing the
Oh,
first
okay.
mission as a nomad, and there's a point where you have to go to the border, and I just kept driving, and eventually I hit an invisible wall, and everything had to load in. So, I mean, that's where it stands on PS4.
Oh, well, do you have to climb towers in the game?
Well, only one for the intro, but I don't think that's really a thing. I hope it's not, because if it is, I'll have to drag the points down even further doing that shit. That's seemingly not a thing.
For me, the point's already in the negative. I mean, this is the biggest blunder in all of video.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say I was right, but we're heading in that direction. I mean, look, I know a lot of people. Well, I mean, yeah.
You're right.
Well, I don't want to say that because people are going to get more pissed. But, look, I know a lot of people are going to enjoy the story, the narrative, and the amount of side quests, the amount of activities, and that sort of thing. But, again, does it have a lot of weight to it? Is there a lot of depth to it? Does it feel unique, fresh, and interesting? I mean, I don't know. The verticality is cool. The art direction's great. The soundtrack is pretty good. There's stuff to see here, and it's not all bad. I'm not saying this is a 2 out of 10. But right now, even with the day one patch or whatever, even if they had the technical problems sorted out, I still would say this is maybe average, if not a little bit above average. I mean, I got to put more time into it, sure. But right now, this isn't, this mind-blowing next-level open-world RPG that we were probably hoping that it would be.
Yeah, and it didn't even master that much on the disc, clearly.
Yeah. In fact, it's the size of the disc. I don't know if we have new viewers still, but 63.92 gigabytes on PS4. That's with the disc installed, and that's it. Wow. So 63 gigabytes for the entire game.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's pretty low. Well, I don't know if it's low, but, there's games that are certainly bigger.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you, bro.
Have a good show.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah.
I might have to close my nose, too, and call in. I don't know. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, I have two questions. The first question is, can you go inside the buildings? I mean, you see all these huge buildings.
Well, whatever's marked in the map, I mean, you can go into that, but, I haven't found anything that wasn't marked on. I mean, there's a lot of question marks and stuff like that. So, again, but those are marked on the map. So, I mean, it's not like I'm roaming around and going in every fucking building. I mean, I haven't found any interiors that I could go into that, they have to be marked on the map, at least right now.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, that is. Well, I mean, it's, again, it's just, it's a limitation of the hardware. Again, they had to ensure that this is going to even fucking work on these consoles, and it barely does.
Can you interact with the NPCs? I mean, you said that you talk to them and they say one or two words when they talk back. Can you do anything more?
No. I mean, you could start fighting them and shooting them, but, it's a sad situation. I mean, if you're expecting the level of depth from Red Dead Redemption 2, you can sort of have these, different things, components play out depending on your, what you say to NPCs, any NPC in the game in Red Dead Redemption. It's nowhere. It feels like a game that's years and years backwards. I mean, even Grand Theft Auto 4 from 2008 doesn't have a dialogue option. You just kind of push people and they react. That has more to it than this. This is really disappointing in that avenue.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, man.
Hell yeah, appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, I've actually played the game. And man, yeah. And
yeah, well, I didn't believe that. Yeah, well, I mean, that was my reaction too, to be honest. That was my reaction too. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael!
Yeah.
Michael!
Yeah.
Bro!
You bought it?
Bro, you gotta listen. Bro, you gotta listen to this. Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay, watch. You're gonna like this,
Yeah,
man.
let's go.
Well, how do you play on this?
Well, you should know.
Coffee.
I don't want to spoil it here. I'm gonna have to check it out. That sounds amazing already. I'm gonna have to look into that. I remember someone said I'm gonna have to look into it.
Sorry, man.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate you. That sounds incredible. And I don't want to hear it through these 240p Skype fucking. It just sounds not as good. Damn, that sounds great. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I'm here.
Yeah, so usually whenever we call in, I kind of just try and mess with you a little bit,
right.
but this
well,
time
I know that's a thing, but right now, this is the Cyberpunk era, and I'll tell you what,
I got a genuine question about like the actual game in of itself, though. So you compared it to Red Dead Redemption 2 and stuff like that, and one of the main reasons why I really love Red Dead Redemption 2 is because of how much you can feel immersed in it.
Oh, yeah.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how much were you able to get immersed? And if you didn't, or if you did, how much of it did you get kicked in a freaking nutsack every single time you tried to get immersed with it?
I mean, not. I was not immersed. And the the thing that really kills my immersion is just the NPCs, and it's just they just, I mean, there's just nothing to them. It is just perplexing, man. I mean, you can even play a game like Watch Dogs 2, a Ubisoft game, and there's way more going on there. Just with NPCs and how they behave and how they kind of react to what the player is doing. In this, it's just like, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if things had to be scrapped or what, but man, you're not seeing much at all. I mean, you can roam around nude in this game because that's what I'm doing because it's funny, and no one reacts at all. It doesn't matter. You can have your guns out. No one reacts at all unless you point it at them.
Okay, so other than that, I guess another one of my main questions is, was this game at all what they were promising people, and was it worth for those people who are actually waiting for it? Because I know the answer is going to be no, but what exactly in there is like the actual like stick in the grave, the actual like TNT in the graveyard that makes it to where this game was a failed abortion of something that could have been good?
Yeah, well, I'm sure, there are glimpses of, maybe this is cool had they continued to flesh this out a little bit more. But, it's just, the immersion breaking stuff, even if you put aside the bugs and the glitches and just the shortcomings of the technical aspects, it's just, I don't know what the real, there's nothing that was like, whoa, this is next level open world RPG. It really does feel like the focus here is on the story, and everything else is kind of on the back burner. For what reason, I don't know. I mean, look, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of things to see and skill tree, all that shit, right? But that's typical. Upgradability options. You can go into the sex store and buy dildos. I don't know what for. Maybe there's something you can do with those and use as a weapon. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a secret Skyrim quest where you go and give it to the prostitute down the way. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it just, we'll see what happens here as the chips ultimately, continue to fall and how this unfolds this week. I just hope, because here's the thing. If they put up the day one patch and it really alleviates this game from the problems that plague it, and, it adds in even more not content, but just, more depth to the experience right now. Like, honestly, I'll come out here and say, damn, they fucking did it in that month. They were sleeping in the fucking studio. They didn't go home. They had different shifts, and it was a 24-hour process. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that that's the case. I want this day one patch that's being hyped up now to really, put this game in a better spotlight, because the PS4 version anyway, and the base Xbox One version anyway, is just disappointing in so many ways. And I just hope, reviewers are honest, and I hope they don't gloss over the things that are holding this version back. But I don't think many reviewers are going to be reviewing that version. I think they're on PC, on a high-end PC. So it's going to be a different story. The narrative, the Metacritic, all of that's going to be pretty high, in fact. But I think there will be some reviewers that come out and knock it down because of just the state that this game is in. And I think that's fair.
Yeah, and I don't even me, I don't think that the next gen version of it is going to be that good, because remember they had that really like big crunch time because they were trying to fix the next gen versions or whatever, because that was a problem with it. And I don't know, I don't know why, but a lot of next gen games have been bricking people's consoles. So
yeah,
I can see
it's been
that
crashing. It's been crashing a lot on my PS5. More so than it is on the PS4. I'm seeing the error crash game thing and on PS5, and it's just weird. But again, I cannot update the game because you cannot progress through the story. And even if I decided to update the game now, the save files will not work. They're labeled as corrupted, so I have to play version 1.0. There is an update out. If you're just tuning in, it's 46 gigabytes already. An update's out. Is that the day one patch? I've been told no. CD Projekt Red has said no. I don't know if I believe that, to be quite frank, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but I was wanting to see if you can. I was going to see if you can say one thing to one of my friends.
Well, we'll see.
Can you tell him, say, Kobe, you like glizzy? Can you say that for me?
Well, I don't know. What does that mean?
It means he likes peen. Yeah.
Huh? Well, maybe he should play Cyberpunk. Maybe he should play Cyberpunk and talk to the sex workers in the game and then be disappointed with the same old fucking cutscene. Holy hell. Hello, you're on the air. Dude, in Red Dead Redemption 2, there is multiple lines of dialogue for scenarios. I mean, come on, man. Jason Schreier!
Michael!
Oh, Kyle Donovan! Holy shit, things are glitching out here, just like Cyberpunk. Kyle Donovan!
Whoa, Michael, what's up, bro?
Yeah,
Hey,
well,
good to
we're
call
here,
you
you
on
know?
such a fucking high-pass stream, bro. I got something to say for all you fucking shills over at V, because I know a lot of you actually today did come from V. And
Well,
it is
you know,
so
look.
incredibly sad.
Ooh.
Dude, I thought you were kidding when you said B shills this game, but dude, they shill it like it's no tomorrow, dude.
Well,
they
you know,
fucking-
I know they do. I mean, you know, I know honestly they do. And look, I'd love to shill it too, but it's just not in a state where it needs to be shilled.
And it's so funny to see them shill the game and then talk shit about you, dude. It's so fucking hilarious. You guys buy the game. Go ahead and buy the
Well,
game.
they already did.
You
You know damn well they got it pre-ordered. They say they don't, but I know they have. I mean, everyone does.
Yeah.
But they're
Yeah,
going to see.
I'm sure
I hope they keep the pre-order locked in because I want them to see what I saw. But they're going to be playing on PC because everyone who's legitimately interested in this hardcore, they're on PC probably. So, it's not the same experience. You're going to have a high-end machine. You got ray tracing. Oh man, I can't imagine.
Yeah, well, if you have a beefy rig, sure, go ahead and play it on PC.
The highest,
I'm sure a lot
the
higher.
highest end rig that I have is a 2060 on a laptop. So, that gets me ray tracing, but probably at 24 frames a second. But hey, it might be better than what the fuck I'm experiencing now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and I think that's how most people will be playing the game,
Yeah, well,
no one bought a
then
PS4 Pro.
they're going to come back here and say I'm wrong. But they have to understand the context. I'm on PS4, buddy, and I got a PS5, and it's very similar. So,
Yeah, and PS4 Pro, it's going to be the same kind of experience.
Yeah.
Same half-ass experience with those mechanical drives, those ancient fucking hardware.
Yeah, I honestly think
Dude,
that's
it's
the
gonna be
bottleneck.
trash.
I think that's part of the bottleneck, plus the CPU. But I mean, that's deep within the architecture. So, I mean, I'm not an engineer, I'm not a dev, so I couldn't give you a great answer on that. But I'm just assuming that those are the things. Now, what do you think about this version 1.01? This is a version of the game, and that's going to be erased probably soon as it comes out. But this version literally blocks the player, whether it's deliberate or not. I think it's deliberate, but blocks the player at a certain mission from completing the game. Do you think they should be called out on that? I mean, I know the game isn't technically available, but it is interesting. It could be a bug, but I don't think it is. I think it's I think it was a design choice to say, hey, let's throw this day one update out in disguise. Let's block this off because we know this game has leaked to prevent spoilers, to lock it down even further, because some people might accept it and say, oh, that's it. Maybe I got to wait for the day one update, but you don't have to. Roll it back, and you can complete the game based off of what's mastered on that disc.
Well, then it makes me curious then what critics are playing it on.
Probably PC. Probably PC. That's what I think they should send to critics. But that's not indicative of what millions are going to be experiencing on, because millions of people have PS4. Millions of people, if you look at the Steam, charts or whatever it's called, you can see like the most popular graphics card. It's not a high-end graphics card, right? So, it's crazy. It's just a crazy situation, and it's an unfortunate situation, and in some cases, it's a tragic situation.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I've always felt like CD Projekt Red have been very like scummy and like really quiet about like what they're actually doing with their game and just throwing out marketing spin stuff, and to see them actually like flop on the actual game's release is very strange. They're doing very weird things, especially when you say with the update and the patches. I'm curious as to what game critics are playing now, because I'm sure some people did get console versions of the game to play.
I would, if I were CD Projekt Red, I would not be sending that out. Absolutely not. I would send out PC only, and I would ensure that you read you have these minimum requirements to review this game. I'm not even kidding, because if I were CD Projekt Red, I would not want anyone highlighting this product of what it's showcasing on PS4. Absolutely not. Even if you put this into PS5, it's not a night and day difference.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, well, they're definitely going to say like, hey, only even if they are sending out those console versions, they'll be like, hey, only if you have a Series X or a PS5, we'll send it out to you, maybe. But yeah, it is probably very likely that they are playing on PC, and they probably have a newer update for the PC version because they can get that out quicker.
Right, because that's all digital. So This isn't physical. What's mastered on disc, then you got to update it. I mean, honestly, maybe digital is the way to go for this game because, man, unless you want to see just its brokenness, I mean, man, it's just in a sad situation. At least on PS4 and I can't even imagine base Xbox One. Xbox One, that's even more underpowered than PS4.
Man.
I told Dylan, hey, you got to get the game because I want to see how it performs on base 2013 VCR Xbox One. Holy shit.
Dude, 720p.
Not even that.
Vaseline
Not even
covered.
720p. Probably, I think, honestly, dude, the game looks horrible with version 1.0 on base PS4. I think it's doing dynamic resolution and not even hitting 720. I mean, I don't have the tools. I could be wrong, but it looks Vaseline, muddy, and oh, man. Even the character creation screen. The character creation screen that doesn't have any assets loaded outside of, that shit. That looks fucking blurry as well. And it ain't my setup. I've tested on multiple displays. It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah, and think, again, when Xbox One, even when it came out, it was super underpowered, even compared to PS4. So, holy shit. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be, worse than below minimum specs on PC. Holy fuck, bro.
Yeah. So when the reviews drop tomorrow, supposedly, they're going to be probably PC only, and they're going to be pretty high. 90, I assume, right? Come on. I mean, let's get real. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But, the story isn't going to be for the PC version because, let's get real, that's the less populated version. A lot of people are buying. This will sell most on PS4. That's just a fact. More people have a PS4 than any other console right now. That's just a fact. And as such, that's the version that people need to look into because so many people are playing it on that console. And that's why I'm here. I mean, I have a 2060. I could have waited until the PC version, but I don't know if the game is good enough to even really say, hey, should I, test out the PC version? I mean, there's just not much depth here. I mean, you go up to, like you were saying in the Super Chat, Grand Theft Auto 4 from 2008 running on 512 megabytes of RAM on Xbox 360 is literally more detailed. There's more depth.
Yeah. Shenmue has more depth.
Oh, my
Deus Ex
God.
from 2000 has more depth.
I know. And it just blows my mind.
Yeah, if you want the real Cyberpunk experience, this really in-depth fucking game with lots of gameplay and lots of creativity and lots of ways to handle missions, play Deus Ex from 2000. You'll have a much better time. It'll look like shit. It'll look like shit, but who gives a fuck? It'll probably look cleaner than Vaseline's 2077.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, man. Yeah, but you're right. Deus Ex, that's the real deal. And I know, it's dated and stuff, but you know what? It's about functionality. It's about the framework. It's about the nuts and bolts, the depth. What you can do within the game. This is just shallow. This is just not immersive because every time you get immersed into it, you're reminded, hey, this NPC is doing T-pose over here. What the fuck is this? T-pose.
Right.
I mean,
I just,
and sometimes I went into, the shop and there was this NPC trying to stand on a wall, but they were halfway through the wall. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? I mean, oh, my Lord. And the NPCs in the shops, they just stand there. They don't ever do anything. You could just, you could make a video about, well, what if you follow an NPC? Well, they're going nowhere. That's the answer. And I'm, and Watch Dogs Legion, I mean, I'm not saying that's a great game, but there are some interesting concepts in that game. They didn't hit that home run. I don't recommend anyone buying that game. But, in that game, NPCs do have a destination, to at least disappear within the world. In this, they're just going to roam around aimlessly. So, and Watch Dogs Legion, by the way, and I know they're totally different games, but, there are some similarities. But Watch Dogs Legion is a more stable game. I am not kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sad because Ubisoft, well, I know it does, but, Ubisoft is notorious for bugs and glitches and downgrades and all that shit. And, you're telling me Watch Dogs Legion, even the unpatched version of Watch Dogs Legion, straight from the disc, and it has a lot of issues. Believe me, I've tested it out on base Xbox One. Dylan has it. But holy hell. How is that better than Cyberpunk 2077? I don't understand.
I know, right? Because fucking Ubisoft, all of Ubisoft's games are fucking filler, nonsense, bullshit games. But I mean,
but that has less pop. Yeah, I'm talking about the technicalities. But that has less pop in Watch Dogs Legion, the base version of that game, than Cyberpunk 2077. And you're not seeing N64 NPCs in that game. Things are loaded in as best as they can be. But I don't know what is going on over here. I don't know how that was in a position where they said they had to ship it. I don't even know how that got certification approved. It just doesn't make sense to me.
And that's the thing with CD Projekt Red's games. They're always fucking this Eurojank, fucking messy-ass experience. It was the same thing with The Witcher 3. Dude, when The Witcher 3 came out, just being able to move your character was such a fucking pain in the ass. Like, it was like so fucking dated, the way you moved your character. They had to fix it.
Well, I mean, look, Is The Witcher on the same engine as this? I assume it is, right?
I believe so. I don't know for sure.
Well, it's
but,
called. I think it's called the Red Engine. That's what popped up on my screen. So if it's on that, it's probably the same engine. So look, if you're a hardcore CD Projekt Red fan, you might be accustomed to some of this jank or some of this just brokenness, and maybe you'll excuse it better than I. But this is my first CD Projekt Red game. Never played The Witcher. Never really. I mean, I played a little bit of The Witcher 2, and I wasn't impressed. But that's 360. But this is my first full-blown CD Projekt Red experience, and not impressed.
Yeah, it reminds me of Bethesda and their fucking janky ass
well,
engine.
well, I mean that that
But
might be better than this. I mean, and that those games are notorious for being broken, buggy. But these are just crazy things that I'm seeing in this game, and that's why they're taking down videos on Twitter now.
Yeah. But it's weird though, because Bethesda doesn't get a pass, but CD Projekt Red definitely. Like they think you're crazy just for the idea of not liking this game.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, these fanboys are toxic. This mob mentality is just it needs to go away. I mean, if this were from Bethesda or EA or Xbox only, oh man, the internet would be all over this game. They'd be agreeing with me. But now they're saying I'm exaggerating. Now they're saying I should wait for the day one patch, and I will. If the day one patch, and I got slow internet, so I don't even know if I'm going to download it. But, if the day one patch really turns this experience around, I'll come out on here, if I can get it downloaded, because I got fucking slow internet, Look, I'll say, holy shit, they did it. They turned it around. But right now, that remains to be seen. And again, I honestly do think the day one patch is available, but no one really has the game truly. The masses don't have the game. So, right now, we're in this weird state. The 40 gig update's available. It is. Now, they came out and said it's not the day one patch, but, they also said the game was coming out in November. So, I mean, I'm not saying they're lying, but they could lie and get away with it because no one really knows. No one's going deep into this shit. And there are massive changes. Well, not massive, but there are differences. And the map in version 1 is different from the map in the updated version. They don't call them sex workers anymore because that's probably offensive, right? I assume that's offensive because they call them something else.
Progressive. I thought that was supposed to be like a progressive way to say like prostitute or stripper or something like that.
Well, they call them something a little bit more within the lore in the new one. It's the same icon, but they call them joy toys or some shit. I don't know what the fuck that means, but they call them sex worker in version 1.0, and the map is it's not as great in version 1.0. They really streamline it a tad bit. I mean, I can take pictures, and I probably will, because this version it might not exist in a few days, version 1.02.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I think, and this is the last thing I have to say.
Yeah.
This day one patch. Wait for day one patch, bro. You can't talk about this day one patch. Cope. This is your ultimate fucking cope. This is your last cope that you can say.
I know, exactly. And just think about it like this. Not everyone has, dude, for me to download 40 gigs, it would take me literally days, And that could be the case for other people as well. I mean, I know that sounds
for a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. And some people don't want to wait around, even if they have fast internet, even if it takes them 20 minutes on PS4, it's got shit Wi-Fi in that thing, so it's going to take them even longer than it should. And, some people just want to go, and holy hell, it shouldn't be like this. If it, they should have said, hey, internet required like Call of Duty where you have to update the game just to play it offline. I mean, if that's how, I don't know if that was the right, I don't know.
I don't know either, man, but I can tell shills a mile away. And first it was, hey, you don't have the game, you can't talk about it.
Well, they say I got a fake box and a fake CD and all this shit. And I'm like, guys, go to my PSN. It's literally on there, on the PS4 version at least.
Yeah, you guys are coping more than the do nothing Democrats. That's so incredibly sad.
I mean,
holy fuck!
Now you're gonna get really worked up. Now, holy shit!
Yeah, I know. All the shows that be, they pretend to fucking, so dilate and all that fucking shit. But we all know that you're fucking shows at the end of the day. You're just fucking horsing around.
Or they're gonna post that meme. I'm still buying Cyberpunk 2077.
Still buying
don't
Cyberpunk?
care. Yeah, don't care. I'm still buying Cyberpunk. Well, good. I need you to because I need you to experience what I'm experiencing. So don't buy it on PC. Buy it on PS4, please.
Yeah. I want you to pretend to like the game for fucking 12 hours and then realize that you wasted your hard-earned money on it.
Oh man, it's
your parents' hard-earned money on it.
Yeah, well, they got mommy's credit card. But I mean, in the coming days, it's going to be the volcano is going to erupt, and there's going to be a back and forth between the people that just really want this to be everything that it was, that we thought it was going to be, and then there's going to be people that are going to be real like me and say, "Holy shit, what the hell happened?" And there's just going to be this clash.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the shit show because it definitely will be once everybody has their hands on this fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, hell yeah, bro. Have a great rest of your stream. See you, bro.
Oh shit, I cut him off. Hello, you're on the air. We do have low battery on the laptop, folks. Okay, so we will be winding this down in about a few minutes. And in a few minutes, I mean, it says 44 minutes remaining, but we'll stretch it out and see how far we can go. Let's continue to move the wheels. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah, I'm here.
By the way, today's my birthday, and I want to give you a birthday thank for revealing all the truths about CD Projekt Red.
Right. Well, that's that's what I'm.
By the way, subscribe to Dave Hinkle.
Oh no, you're done. You're done. I mean, it's just so incredibly sad. Hello, you're on. Well, this isn't working anymore. I think the temperature has something to do with it. I mean, it's probably freezing out here or getting really close to it. So about 0 degrees Celsius. Or getting really close to that, probably about 10. Okay, Skype is not working. I'm going to refresh Skype. It always does this. They don't update Skype either. It's just like, these developers don't do anything all day. I don't know what's going on. I mean, come on. Oh, my God, Michael. What you talking about there, buddy? You ain't nothing but a clown. Cyberpunk is Game of the Year. Let's go ahead and read the chat a tad bit while we wait for Skype to, bounce back here. Let's go ahead and read the chat here. Let's see what they're saying. I know you guys have been saying crazy stuff in the chat. Bye, Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is Game of the Year. Cyberpunk is Game of the Year. That's all I'm seeing. Alana Pierce is literally, hold on, did something. If you guys know where to find Alana Pierce in the game, please let me know. I'd love to have a video ready for that because, people might want to know how to find. No, I'm not a troll. It's not a joke. It's not a meme. It's the reality of the situation. I'm literally, holy shit, scared the hell out of me. Why is that so loud? Okay. It's still not working. It's still freezing up, just like Cyberpunk. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, hello.
Yeah, hello, you're on the air.
Hey, I just wanted to talk about how's the XP and the leveling up in the game? Like, is it actually good or is it just like?
Well, honestly, I haven't dived too deep into that because, I'm just trying to, go, see as much as I can within the limited time that I have before, the floodgates open. And I'm not saying I'm rushing, but I am at a pace. But, you can hit start and you can go into that skill tree shit and there's a lot to equip and, all that stuff. It's in there and it's probably going to satisfy a lot of people. But it's just not, I haven't been focusing in on that sort of stuff. And I know that's kind of crazy because it's an RPG, but, right now I'm trying to do certain things. And I'm going to be, after this, I'm going to be getting right back into it, putting more time, recording more footage, and trying to figure out where we're going to go from here because I don't know when the embargo is up. Supposedly it's up tomorrow. I'm not under embargo. I didn't sign anything. But I also don't want to, rush out a video only for it to get, slammed by the CD Projekt Red ninjas, because if I show gameplay too early, they're probably going to have a hissy fit over that. So I might have to wait until the 9th when people can start streaming the game and all of that shit. Yeah. But, it'll still be a worthwhile video, I assume. So we're going to see how the cookie crumbles there.
And also, I think a lot of people are going to be mad because, this game was, it was delayed.
Yeah, I know. And it's just,
and a lot of people are... And they think, okay, guys, it was delayed 3 times. It must be good, right? It must not have glitches. It's worth the wait. Everyone's saying, oh, we're just gonna wait. It's worth, guys. It's worth. It's gonna be delayed. They're gonna be disappointed when they, realize this game's
that's an understatement. Disappointment for this is an understatement. Waiting this amount of time for this, multiple delays, hype up to the moon and back. I mean, at least on PS4. Oh man, that's all I can say.
It feels like a last gen game. It looks like a PS4. Well, it doesn't feel next gen.
Well, that's because it is. It is an old generation game. Yeah. PS4. It's a 2013 game and it shows. I'm not even kidding in multiple ways.
I was expecting like a next gen game with like better graphics, better animations, better.
Oh yeah, animations are lackluster as well.
We don't get anything. All we get is a last gen game that looks horrible with horrible frames and pop-ins. It's just sad how I don't know.
I don't know either. I honestly wish this wasn't the case. I wish I could come on here and say, guys, this game fucking amazing. And I know people are going to have that reaction. Even if they are playing on PS4, some people might be blown away. They might dismiss it and say, you know what, whatever. I'll wait for the game to load in. It doesn't bother me. I know there's some super fans out there that will have that reaction, and they'll say I'm wrong, and they'll say this, that, and the third. But, look, I have to take these things into account. Very much so. And, when I'm disappointed in certain avenues and certain mechanics and certain features and what have you, I'm going to come on here and tell it like it is. Maybe the story is amazing. I haven't completed that. Maybe the side quests really open up things. I don't know. Maybe it just turns into be this great, great, great experience. experience. But right now, there's so many things that hold it back from being much more than it is.
I mean, I'm gonna get it on the PC, so
Okay,
I'm
well,
hoping
yeah,
it's
you're
better.
probably going to be in a better spot. You're going to be in a better spot. I'm
But,
not trying to
you know,
shill for
another-
PC. I'm not saying PC master race, but if you have a great
Yeah.
PC or
It's pretty
you know,
good. It's not.
okay.
It's pretty good. I'm sure I can run it.
Yeah, well,
So-
anything in the last 5 or so years, or maybe even further back than that, you should be pretty good to go.
No, yeah, I'm
you
fine,
got
but,
you got a 1050 Ti with maybe 4 gigs or 8 gigs of RAM. You might be
I got
pushing
a
it to 10.
2060. I think I'll
Okay,
be
you're
fine.
good.
I
Yeah,
can
you're
see-
good. Yeah, I got that in my laptop too.
Yeah,
So you'll be able to
um,
do ray tracing.
I have another question.
Right.
How's the replay ability? Like, is the game like? Is there like a replay value? Like after you beat it?
Oh,
like, is there,
I am
is it just
sure.
Like a one,
Well,
is it
there's
like
no way.
up
There's
in
no
your
way
game?
that you can experience everything because the amount of side quests that have been in my log is just crazy. I mean, it's like they're just saying, "Hey, we have so many fucking side quests in our game, and they might be amazing." I might be blown away with a side quest. I haven't done one because I'm trying to get past this fucking bug that they deliberately put in there to prevent spoilers. But now I'm a little bit more open. I can do more things on the map now, and I'm trying to slowly but surely, make my way through. But yeah, there's definitely replayability to this. Absolutely.
I mean, at least we have that, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
But
the question is, do you want to do it?
Yeah,
Until it, you
like,
or do you
is
want to
it
wait
worth the
until it's in a
grind?
better spot? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, the main selling point about this game was like, the strippers, the sex, and the problem is, it's disappointing. I mean,
Yeah, it
it's a
is.
20-second
It's
cutscene.
yeah,
the
it's just a
same thing.
cutscene, and it's
Is
not
it
a
the
different
same thing
cutscene
every time,
Yeah.
too? Or is it
No, it's the same
thing, right?
same cutscene every single time.
Oh my
now
God.
maybe they'll
They
fix
couldn't
this in
even
the.
add something different.
I know, same cutscene every
Lazy,
time.
lazy.
Not even different camera angles. I mean, you got to be shitting me. Now maybe the day one update improves on that. I mean, I doubt it, but that's like an underlying theme here in this fucking game. You see it all over the fucking city, and they even have sex workers in the game. That's what they call them, at least in the version I'm playing. And it's just like, what the hell? That's it.
But it's the same thing. Like, it's the same NPC. Like, they're saying like the same thing. I mean, in Red Dead 2, I played Red Dead. I mean, like, I would be blown away because like I would see things I would have never seen. Like, oh my God, like I was playing the game for a year, and I would come back and I would see different things, right? But this game is just the same.
Oh no,
like,
it is
concept,
not. It is
same
not.
dialogue.
Yeah, I mean, people
It's a rushed
expecting
script.
exactly.
scripted game.
People expecting Grand Theft Auto or Rockstar level of detail immersion. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you won't be immersed here with this game, but at the same time, it's not in the same league. It's just unfortunately not there.
I think our next hope is Grand Theft Auto 6. I think that's the last hope. I mean, I really don't know.
That's
I mean, the
multiple
gaming industry
fucking
is,
year, yeah. It's in a weird
really
spot
bad.
right now. We have new hardware out, yet that's seemingly pointless because no one knows how to.
I mean, the
really
new
do
hardware's
much
not
with it.
even good. It's
Yeah,
breaking
well, there's
your
just nothing to
console.
play
The
on it.
game's
There's nothing to
breaking
play.
your console.
Astrobot's the best PS5 game. You know what I mean? I mean, Demon Souls looks and performs. It's a great tech demo, but if you're not into Demon Souls, you don't care, right? That's
How
it.
was Last of Us 2? I heard you liked it. I know I don't have a PS4. so
Well,
I can't-
technically speaking, The
Something
Last of Us
better?
2. Technically speaking, The Last of Us 2 might be the best game of this year. Technically speaking, in terms of animations, in terms of sound design, in terms of visuals, in terms of it all. You combine it. Technically speaking, not story narrative wise, but technically
Yeah,
speaking,
story,
it
yeah.
is just holy
The
shit.
animations were good. Like, it actually felt nice.
Yeah, animations,
More
sound
than
design.
X-Men.
Sound design is something that just gets put on the back burner, especially here in Cyberpunk. I was pretty disappointed. I mean, you get one line of dialogue for the NPCs. I mean, come on, man. Red Dead Redemption 2 has multiple lines for different occasions, different context situations. I mean, it's just, you can roam around with your gun out, equipped it in Cyberpunk. No one cares. Maybe that's part of the narrative. I don't know. But you can roam around nude in Cyberpunk. No one cares. No reaction. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It should matter.
In Red Dead,
yeah, in Red
I
Dead
don't
you get
know if
muddy.
you put on a
They
map,
react. Yeah,
they react.
Yeah,
they react.
that's what I'm
exactly.
expecting. I mean, maybe I'm expecting too much, but when you tell me your game is in development since 2013, from pre-production to
Exactly.
final
I expect
build,
that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm
Because Red Dead
disappointed.
it was in development for the same time. I was 7-6
Well, it
years, even
shows.
maybe less. And
Yeah.
it's better, dude. Come on, man.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
just-
Technically it is. Technically, absolutely. In terms
I
of
don't
sound design, visuals, narrative. Well, I don't know about narrative, but I mean animations. That sort of thing. Just it's all there.
And how's the gunplay? Like, are the enemies like
spongy?
How long?
I mean, I can
does
go up
it
to someone
take
with a
to, like-
shotgun and shoot them about 5 times, and they might go down.
You might go down. Okay,
Well,
so
yeah.
it takes a while, right? It's
Yeah,
like a-
but I mean,
like a-
as you level up and shit, I'm sure that,
Oh,
it's just it's one of those games.
I don't know.
And you see numbers coming out of them like Destiny or whatever.
It's like an yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is this shit? But I mean, people are gonna love it. even with the shortcomings, some people are going to come out and say, you know what? Holy shit, the biggest blunder in all of video. But nonetheless,
I think we overhyped it.
yeah.
I think
well,
it's overhyped.
Well, I mean,
It's-
like
it's
I
just a
said,
video
that's
game
what I
at the
need
end of
people
the
to
day,
take away. I need people to take away from these streams. Please lower your expectations. That's it. That's all I want you to consider. Consider doing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
I don't
bro.
know.
Well, I
I
appreciate
mean,
you.
I'm still gonna.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna buy.
Right.
I hope it's good, but we'll see. All right, Michael.
Oh yeah, take
I
care.
appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael, I got you right.
No. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I bet you have never, ever played Cyberpunk 2077. All right.
Well, you would be wrong with that hypothesis there.
Okay. Well, I just want to know your opinion on the game. I already know
Well,
it.
you
but
said I didn't play it, so how can I give you my opinion on the game?
you never played it. I think you're a troll. You're
Well,
a troll.
that's not true because the facts are out there. You can look my PlayStation username up, and it shows that I played it. So you're wrong, buddy. Hello, you're on the air. Well, I mean, there's just technical difficulties.
Rapid MS 133 donated
Hello, you're on the air. I thought
$4.99
something was going to
through
happen there.
Super Chat.
Uh-oh, we're
Is
having
this
to
a
get
Trump impersonator gaming channel?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want it to be that, it can be that. Hello, you're on the air. Let me go ahead and see what that said here.
Hello?
Rapid, thank you, Skella. Want to get fees, but to be chairman, appreciate you. Hello, you're on the air. We do have low battery,
Hello?
so we're going to have to be slowly winding this down. Hello, you're on the air. Well, you're a little late to the party there on the hello, so we're going to move the wheels. Hello, you're on the air. Oh, Lord. Hello. Quit hanging up. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go.
Yo.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Is Cyberpunk really as bad as you say it is?
Fan club, thank you, Skella. What's a gift? But what the fuck was going on there? We have auto exposure on.
Hello?
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. There's a lot going on here. My brain's getting like Cyberpunk. It's a little broke right now. It's got to think about it, and then we'll, get back to the situation. Okay, hold on. Well, I'm not seeing it over here, so I can't read that. So it says. Hello, you're on the air.
We know Cyberpunk is good.
What do you mean? Well, what are you going to be playing it on?
good.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. What are you going to be playing it on?
PC.
Okay, well, then that might be a different story. I don't know. I don't have the PC version. If I had the PC version, I would be comparing them right now, but I don't. So I don't know. But if you have an SSD, if you have
Also, I have another question. Why do you sound like Donald Trump?
Well, I don't have an answer for you there. I don't have an answer for you there. Okay?
I feel like you trolling, bro.
I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know how you think I'm trolling. I have the game. You can.
Because
I mean, dude, you're trolling because you don't think I have the game, do you?
I mean,
what do you mean? You mean? There's literally proof that I have the game. There is literally proof. No, there's literally proof that I have the game. If you go on PlayStation Network and add me on there, you'll see that I've been playing it. It shows that.
Okay,
so,
but wasn't you the same dude who said Spider-Man PS4 was bad? So
well, I mean, hey, I got look. What do you want me to say?
I mean, you give me all these false claims about the game being bad.
Well, this isn't a false claim. I mean, look, I'm talking about the.
Carl Donovan donated
Lord.
$2 through
Here we go.
Super Chat.
I mean, come on.
You can be fully nude in Saints Row 2 from 2008.
All right, Michael.
Oh my God, Kyle Donovan with another great point. Holy shit! Can you really? I'm going to have to install that on 360. I got it. Saints Row 2? That's a great fucking Saints Row. Great. One of the best. In fact, it's the best Saints Row. Yeah.
Cyberpunk on Xbox, PlayStation, what have you. But what are your thoughts about Cyberpunk on Stadia? Because that's the thing.
I honestly think that might be a proposition for some people because getting it on the base PS4, base Xbox One, is pretty much a nightmare right now. Maybe it's going to be fixed. We don't know. Okay, so you go to the next step, PS4 Pro. A lot of people have that, but it still has a mechanical drive. So maybe it's a tad bit better. We don't know. Xbox Series X is Xbox One X. Xbox One X is discontinued, and I don't know a lot of people that have that console. You can't buy Series X because it's sold out everywhere. Same with PS5. So you really have to think about where you're going to be playing this. And honestly, if you don't have a great gaming PC rig, if you have maybe a 1050 Ti and only 8 gigs of RAM, that probably isn't going to get you too far here with this game. I'm not saying it's not playable, but at the same time, you can look at the requirements for yourself. So I honestly think GeForce Now Stadia might be alternative options to experience what it could look like or, what it does look like on a high-end PC. without
Yeah,
having a
I
high-end
actually have an
PC.
interesting theory about that because let's think about this.
Yeah.
Stadia is all about streaming and like bandwidth and like all that takes bandwidth up. So I have a theory that well, we all know PlayStation base versions, what have you, are gonna be limiting. But what about Stadia actually being the biggest bottleneck of why the game isn't as good as we think it is? Because that all takes up bandwidth. And also, we know that Google has been paying these developers to put their games on Stadia. I think there's like a news article saying that Stadia they paid one developer $5 million to put the game on Stadia.
Right. Well, yeah, they want software
yeah.
on their service. I get that, but I don't know what you're talking about bandwidth. I don't know what you mean.
Because okay, well, the game, streaming takes up bandwidth and all that,
Right.
And so when you put like a big game like Cyberpunk on there, that takes up a lot of server bandwidth, and that costs Google money. And so there's a big chance that the game got downgraded just for Stadia. Because,
I don't even think they had that into consideration when they were making this game. It got downgraded because it's on 2013 hardware. That's the truth of it.
Well, yeah, I mean that is a big part of it, yeah, but also Google obviously has Stadia as a framework for all the past years and whatnot, and so they put it, they contact CD Projekt Red about it, and it gets downgraded because of Stadia. And so I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed about that, and Stadia might just end up being the worst version, even below the shitty Xbox base version.
I don't know why it would be. I would assume you would have ray tracing on Stadia, right? Or am I a little off base?
No, Stadia can't do ray tracing.
Okay.
I don't think.
Well, I mean, well, it'll be better than the PS4 version. I can tell you that. There's literally no way that it cannot be better than the PS4 version, at least right now.
Well, I mean, I think it will at least be better than the OG Xbox version. That version is going to be fucking awful.
Yeah, I know.
I think the biggest comparison is going to be between Stadia and like the base PS4 version because
well, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I mean, when I played Stadia when it was before it was called Stadia. They invited me to test it out, and I played Ascreed on there, and it worked. I mean, I didn't have any issues with it. It probably worked better in my 1050 Ti PC. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe things have changed, but I don't have any negative experiences with Stadia. I know it's cool to hate on it, cool to diss on it, and it's not. If Sony did it, it wouldn't be a problem, but Hell yeah! Well,
yeah, I think
it's
it's
an interesting theory. It's an interesting theory, and we're going to have to see. I mean, there's going to be tons of videos coming out, tons of comparisons, but right now it's just kind of too early to say. I think, but we do know that base PS4 and other consoles as well. It's just man.
Yeah, I also have one more question.
Yeah.
So we all know that The Last of Us 2, everyone, regardless of what you might think, thinks that The Last of Us 2 is like this big flop, this big disappointment. So what do you think that Cyberpunk might, in the eyes of most people, be a bigger disappointment than The Last of Us 2?
That was a good one. That was a good one. Rapid Falls. Thank you, Skeleton. What's to get this puts up a chair? Really appreciate you. Well, I missed out on your question real quick again.
Do you think that Cyberpunk might be a bigger disappointment in the eyes of more people than Last of Us 2?
Well, if people care about how their game performs and runs and looks and just kind of the features, I mean, probably not. You probably won't see as much outrage because it's CD Projekt Red. And it was cool to hate on The Last of Us 2. It's not cool to hate on CD Projekt Red.
Well, Cyberpunk, the game is turning out to be like this big disappointment.
I know, but it is CD Projekt Red. They're going to probably get a little pass, and they're going to tell me they keep telling me right now in real time to wait for the day one patch.
Well,
I have a patch installed.
Those are the fanboys coping. Let's just look
at
this.
Dude. That's what's going to happen.
2, the story got leaked in like, May, and that's, that was like a big disaster, but people set themselves up to like cope with it, normalize
Well,
themselves.
they're going to have to do that too here because there's no way they can fix. They're going to have to do that here too because there's just no way that this can be. There's no way they fixed it in a month. I mean, come on. There's just no way.
No way. Exactly. It's just a PR, whatever.
Yeah. Well, they're doing damage control. That's what's going to be. That's what you're going to be seeing a lot of in the coming days and the weeks.
It's going to be a PR nightmare, I think, and I think it could very well be a bigger disaster than The Last of Us 2.
It might be. Yeah. I mean, if you've seen the shit that I've seen, you would start screaming probably. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, I appreciate you, bro. We're gonna move.
Yeah, also I want to add one more thing.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of all the fanboys in your like chat. I'm just looking at your chat.
Yeah,
I know. It's just disgusting what these people are saying. They're all just a bunch of 14-year-old fucking.
Yeah, well, we're moving the wheels. Yeah, I know. They're edgelord contrarians. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go. We got low battery. It's getting cold. We're losing daylight. We're going to wrap this up very soon. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go. A couple more callers.
Can you call my friend?
No, I don't know what that means. Hello, you're on the air. All righty. Last caller. Hello, you're on the air. No, that's not the last caller. I'm not doing that. Hello, you're on the air.
All right, so Daddy Michael.
Yeah, Daddy Michael's here.
Give me that big cat.
I'm here.
Daddy, please.
Can't understand you, so I'm done. Okay, folks. No. You're done. All right, that's going to do it, folks. I appreciate you for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show. And one last thing before we officially call it, Cyberpunk 2077, at least for the base PS4 and presumably the base Xbox One, is in a state that is unimaginable. I know it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but you will see soon enough, more than likely, especially if you're playing on PS4. Even on PS5, this doesn't necessarily change the dynamics. And even if you put aside the technical...
Little Chestnut donated
Little Chestnut!
€5 through Super Chat. It's over.
It's over!
It's over 9,000.
Oh, it's absolutely over. The biggest blunder in all of video, this could very well be that. It really depends on how, well, I don't know. I mean, you grade it right now. It's definitely pretty low. Little Chestnut, I think it's going to get put to a chair. Really do appreciate you. So we'll wait and see the day one patch, how that ultimately unfolds, but there will be videos. They're already ready in the can, and I will be releasing them when I'm able to release them. I think reviews are rumored to go up tomorrow, and those are probably going to be PC reviews, and they're going to be pretty high, I assume, because on PC it's probably going to be a way better than whatever this is. This is crazy, okay? I'm not exaggerating. You'll find out more than likely for yourself if you don't download the day one patch. If there is a day one patch.
Donated $19.99 through Super Chat. It's over moving the wheels.
It's over! Oh, my God, Michael. You're just a hater. You don't like this game. You got that fake coffee right there. You got that 3D printed coffee there, buddy. We'll find out how Little Fishy 69 thinks color wants to get puts up a chair. Really do appreciate it. We'll find out how ultimately all of this unfolds. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because there will be videos coming when I'm allowed to post them. I got a lot of footage recorded, and I know a lot of people are going to give me flack for recording the day one or the day whatever version, the 1.0 version. But there is an update already out. I've already went through that. You guys can rewind if you're just tuning in. But we are going to wrap this up, folks. I'll tell you that. And I just hope for the best here.
Cody
I hope...
Margarita donated $2 through Super Chat. David Hinkle lives rent-free in your mind.
Yeah, okay, come on, so incredibly sad. I just hope, Margarita, thank you, Skelly, what's a gift, puts up a chair, really do appreciate you. I just hope they can turn this ship around sooner rather than later. But at the same time, we do have to grade what was turned in, and I just, in my eyes, it's a huge, colossal disappointment. But for you, that might not be the case. But we do know, technically speaking, at least the base PS4, base Xbox One versions, it is not anywhere near where it needs to be. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show, and that's going to do it. Oh, my God, Michael. It's over!